You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, family? It's our boy, Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. True Media Podcast. We back up in this BI, man. Happy Friday. Getting everything going today. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you. We have 55 people that's on the live so far. It's going to grow as it always does. Shout out to everybody, man. Peace to the family, man. True Media family. Yeah, man. We're gonna have our brother Abdullah Mason will be on the show today for an exclusive interview. So we have that, and I have another treat for you guys. I'll probably have that for you guys on Monday. So I have another treat. For everybody, probably on Monday. You get what I'm saying? So, over the weekend, but I have another treat for y'all as well. So, once we get to 100, we're going to give everybody a round of applause. You know how we do it. Let me go ahead and pull this one up, though. Which one is this one? Get rid of that. Get rid of that window. Let me pull a window up. Let me turn this down. Turn this one here down. Shout out to Reek. What you say, fam? Reek say he like treats. You like treats? Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all know what time it is. Yeah, we're gonna have a good show today. We're gonna have a really, really good show today. I can promise you that. We throwing fastballs. We do not cut corners on this podcast. I was listening to the Boxing Voice earlier today, and it just so happened the particular section that I was listening to, him and Two-Tone the Superstar was like interacting, conversing, and Ness was talking about the interviewers, like the reporters, the quote unquote journalists who be at fights, and they was at the fight, and they was at the press conference when Jermall Charlo said what he said, and he said he backed Teofimo 100%, and he don't like the Haney, so he's backing Teo 100% anyways. He don't care nothing about Teofimo saying racist shit. I don't care nothing about that, and he said all that, right? Fine. And I told you guys, I already told you guys how I felt about that, so that's neither here nor there. But however, he spoke about damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah. He spoke about how the follow-up questions that did not come about. You notice when you see these niggas with these YouTube channels and their cameras and stuff, they be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing, Charlo? Hey, yeah, man, what you got to say about this?" and all that stuff there. Like and I told you guys, I'm not a part of the in crowd with the media circle in boxing, cause I'm not finna be doing all that ass kissing and dick sucking. That just ain't me, dog. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm 150% man at the end of the day, and I just always been like that. I stand on business. Whatever I say, I put them a stand behind it, and I don't give a fuck who, what, when, or where. That's just how we rock in my city. It's my city thing. Like this how my city rock, and that's pretty much how Florida rocks for most people in Florida. I can't speak for every person, or even every person in my city, but I'm saying it's a culture. It's a culture that we have. You get what I'm saying? So And Ness say that he said he missed being on the front lines, boots on the ground, but he don't miss it because what happens is and Steve Kim said it when I interviewed him 2 days ago. These fighters, they don't want objective reporters. They want somebody to be like their publicist. They want somebody to co-sign them. I told you, these fighters, they have massive egos and they are very, very sensitive. If you ain't kissing their ass, and shucking and jiving, which I never do. What the fuck I look like shucking and jiving for another nigga? I don't give a fuck if you boss nigga. I just ain't doing that. You know what I mean? But if you ain't shucking and jives and buck dancing, chicken George and ham bone and sambo and you know what I mean, and cocoa butter and baby oil and KY jelly, then not all of the fighters, but some of them, and a lot of these reporters, I can't even call them reporters, journalists, even the journalists. I know like the game is at all time low, and that's just what it is. That's just what it is at this point in time, and I just choose not to do that. I really don't care. You get what I'm saying? But I'm glad Ness addressed it on this show. He was like, man, he said, man, they didn't give him the follow-up question. Because, there was a lot of shit that Jermall Charlo said that some follow-up questions would have been beautiful. Some follow-up questions would have been beautiful. You say all the fighters, you say them dudes be taking PEDs and this is what they be doing, A, B, C, and D. Okay, how do we know you ain't the one? How do we know you ain't one of the ones who was doing it as well? Do you have any proof or whatever the case, anything tangible? I mean, what you're saying is true, but I'm just saying, like, why all of a sudden you're saying something now? You've been boxing for what? 17 years now? You started boxing in 2008, so you've been boxing for 17 years now. Why all of a sudden you saying something now? I'm pretty sure you benefited the same shit you talking about what go on in boxing. You benefited from it. But you had so many like ball gobbling reporters around them. I'm like, I can't even call them reporters. Just these niggas with cameras, with YouTube channels. It's like, bro, I ain't listen. I said, as I told you, I'm not a part of the group and don't want to be a part of the group, man. Them niggas is lame. True. Y'all want to be a part of that group? I don't want to be a part of that group at all. I'm good. I'm Gucci. Yeah, them niggas lame. I ain't want all that suck ass shit, nigga. We weren't raised like that. Not where I'm from. No, sir. We don't kiss no ass. We don't give a fuck about. Again, I don't give a fuck who you is. White, black, Hispanic, Asian. I don't give a damn. I'm an equal opportunist. You get what I'm saying? I treat people like people. I treat people how I want to be treated. You get what I'm saying? And if it's some shit I like, you'll know. And if it's some shit I don't like, you're gonna know. I'm not gonna cross no boundaries with it. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down anywhere I go. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So it's just some fuck boys I would never interview. I ain't, man, fuck that nigga. That nigga ain't that important to me. You get what I'm saying? I respect real people. I can tell you, the Mason family is they and I'm not just saying this, but they real people, good people. They give off real men energy. You get what I'm saying? Ain't no sucker shit going on. Ain't nobody suckers over there. Like, they go about their business. The type of energy they give off. If you real, you'll pick up on it real quick. And it is what it is. What what's said, you know what I mean? What's obvious don't need to be said. What's obvious don't need to be said. There's some real people there. There's some real people there. Real people though. Like I say, my favorite black fighter at the PBC is Caleb Plant. True. Anything outside of Caleb Plant at the PBC, some suckers. I mean, outside of Errol Spence. Outside of Errol Spence. I gotta remove Errol from that. Outside of Errol Spence and maybe Cool Boy Stealth. It's probably a couple I'm probably forgetting. But for the most part, the realest black fighter at the PBC is motherfucking Caleb Plant. He slap whole niggas. Caleb Plant slap fuck boys and call them boys and tell them to come get some, and them niggas don't do nothing. That's what Caleb Plant do. You know what I mean? He more black than any of them fuck niggas over there. Facts. I call a spade a spade. Anyways, let's get into the show. Abdullah Mason will be on at 4:00. Jermall Charlo defends Teofimo Lopez's bigotry towards blacks. Oh, I said it right. I did not stutter. I did not stutter. Now, Jermall Charlo said a whole lot of shit. You know, I can take the time out to roast Jermall Charlo. I have roasted him on many occasions for years. You know, I talked about his resume. Like, this nigga is the definition of a padded record. Like, this man been boxing for 17 years, and the only motherfucker he got on his resume is J-Rock at 154. J-Rock. Remember that? Yeah, he beat J-Rock.
True.
Y'all remember that shit?
True.
It's J-Rock. For whatever the hell that's worth. Yeah, so that's it. Like, and then the Charlos, they get so much hype. Now, Jermall Charlo, from a boxing standpoint, he the real one. He the one became undisputed. He got it the hard way. He fought. He had to fight. He had to fight for all of his belts for the most part. I think one guy was unified when he beat him, and then he, get what I'm saying. So yeah, he had to fight for his belts for the most part. But Jermall Charlo a fuck nigga too, though. Great boxer, but a fuck nigga. Jermall Charlo, so boxer, but a fuck nigga.
True.
Caleb Plant told you that when he slapped him. You know, I knew right then when Caleb Plant slapped the shit out of him in front of all his security and called him a boy and told him to come get some, and he didn't do nothing. I knew right then he was a fuck nigga with a capital F on steroids.
True.
I say, yeah, that's a fuck nigga there. That's a real fuck nigga there, boy. I don't know no niggas where I'm from. That shit. Woo, Lord have mercy. Yeah, that's a fuck nigga there. Anyways. In a recent interview on Fight Hype, Jermall Charlo showed his disdain for Bill and Devin Haney. When asked what is his relationship like with the Haneys, Jermall Charlo responded, and I quote, "Fuck the Haneys. He has a right to feel how he want to feel about the Haneys. I don't give a damn. All them niggas rich."
True.
Jermall Charlo said, "Fuck Bill Haney. Bill sent me messages talking about Eddie Hearn not paying him money owed. Bill Haney owes me an apology for what he said. Somebody tell Bill I'm in Vegas. Come see me." So apparently, Jermall Charlo's upset because Bill Haney said something about him. I don't know what it was about. I really don't give a damn. Those are millionaire problems. They'll work that out at the bank with a bag full of money, right, flying on a private jet, and then riding off in a limo together, laughing.
To this day.
So we ought to know how that's gonna play out, but that's neither here nor there. When asked about the potential Teofimo versus Devin Haney fight, Jermall Charlo said, and I quote, "I'm going for Teo. I don't mind the racist shit Teofimo says about blacks. I say racist shit all the time, but that doesn't mean I'm a racist." Hey, that's like saying, hey, that's like a man saying, "Yeah, nigga, I rob banks all the time. That don't mean I'm a thief."
True.
You can't make this shit up. You literally can't make this shit up. Like this. I'm like, bro. I'm like, these niggas is so ignorant, but at the same time, they do get punched in the head for a living soul.
To this day.
And I got it. You get what I'm saying? I say, this nigga here, boy. I'm talking about this nigga took Coonan to a whole nother level. Buck dancing, chicken Georgian, ham boning, Samboing, knee slapping. Anyways. He also said that you're white, talking to the reporter, talking to the motherfucker who's holding the camera. He said, that doesn't mean I'm racist. What the fuck that mean? You're white, that doesn't mean I'm racist. I mean, there was nothing racist about you saying that he was white. So I was lost right there. The nigga sounded like he was on Hennessy too. He said, "I know my colors." This is exactly what this fool said. I'm gonna play it, let you hear it. End quote. Now he said some other stuff as well about, cheating, drug cheating and drugs and stuff like that in boxing and Canelo and all that stuff there. He said some more things as well. We will get into that. He said some more things, but I would just say this. There's a whole lot. There's a whole lot I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna break this nigga off real proper like. Not today. I'm not gonna break him off today like I want to, but I'm gonna break this nigga off real proper like. I don't give a fuck about the Charlos. the mammy, the daddy, or the sons.
True.
Yeah, I said it and I stand on that. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. As I told you guys in the chat before, and I say this here, right? Now, he said this to a white reporter when he said about, I know my colors. As I told you guys in the chat before, black celebrities don't see the world through the eyes of the average black person's paradigm. That's why I say, like, at the bottom, when everybody be mailing, oh man, motherfucker, racism, this and that, and you don't like us, they don't want to be in the store. I say, look, these black celebrities who are rich, because they identify more with whiteness than they do black. You can tell by the women who they choose to marry. No, I don't have an issue with that. You love who you love. But they, once you, there's a status. It's a status thing. These guys are part of a different socioeconomic class. So once a black person, these guys who are celebrities attain a level of fame and notoriety and become rich, they dwell in certain circles that the average common person, whether you black, white, Hispanic, or whatever, can't dwell in. So their reality and their perception changes. So they don't see things through the eyes. I've been telling y'all this. And I also told you that a lot of you dudes who be online arguing, doing 11, 12-hour lives for your favorite fighter, I also told you that if you was to get around that fighter, those male fighters look at you as male groupies. Like some of you niggas be online just sucking it up digitally. I don't care how much I like a fighter. I ain't gonna be a male groupie for no nigga. At the end of the day, you gotta be a man. You gotta stand on something. I'm the type of guy, I'm gonna say what the fuck I say and say it with my chest and mean it, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. The only time I'm gonna apologize about something is if I'm wrong. If I come to the conclusion that I was wrong about something, then if I made an error on a public space, then it's only right from a man's standpoint to apologize in the very same space that you made the error. But if I'm right about something, and I know I'm right about something, I'm standing on that shit.
True.
I'm standing on that. And you can't buy me. I don't give a fuck about your money, nigga. I got my own money. I may not be richer than you, but I got my own shit. I'm comfortable. So, anyways, as I said before, black celebrities don't see the world through the average black person's paradigm. Black celebrities have no connection to the average black person. Hispanic, if you, let's say you're a Latino in the chat, you Mexican or Puerto Rican or whatever. The rich Puerto Rican can't identify with the average Puerto Rican. He's on another level. No matter how much ethnicity pride that you want to push, he don't, you get what I'm saying? Hold on. He don't see you like that. You can live your life vicariously through him, but at the end of the day, living your life vicariously through him it's not going to get you. You get what I'm saying? It ain't really going to do nothing for you. Your reality is your reality at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? Anyways. But that's neither here nor there. As I said before, black celebrities such as Jermall Charlo believe they are closer to whiteness than their own kind. It's very important that you understand this. Once you reach a certain socioeconomic level, you're more closer to the minority elite that have resources. You're living a little bit better. You living in different neighborhoods. Like I live in a nice neighborhood, and I'm not even rich. But you live in a different community. You live in a different communities. Your kids are living a better lifestyle than the average poor person, in the city. So they don't, no matter how passionate you are about certain issues, that's not they don't look at it that way. I told you that. As I said before, black celebrities, such as Jermall Charlo, they believe that they are closer to whiteness than their own kind. Then eventually they get that nigga wake up call. You know what a nigga wake up call is? When when they get in legal trouble. When the feds come or the state come and they get in legal trouble, all of a sudden, goddamn it, they want to be black again.
True.
That's the only time them niggas. That's the only time them niggas come around. Yeah, man, you see how they doing us? No, it was all good. It was all good just yesterday, fam. That's the only time they come around. When they get in trouble. When the white folks get a grip of their ass, guess what they do? Yeah, man, they want to play the race card then. They want to talk about systemic racism and look what they doing to us. No, nigga, you wasn't talking that just a minute ago before you got in trouble. But that's another story for another day. There's a whole lot of shit. I ain't gonna lie. There's a whole lot of shit I be wanting to say on this podcast because I'm so advanced when it comes to certain conversations and topics because I've been doing this shit for so long. But I take a chill pill for the sake of just for the sake of the show. But anyways, as I said before, black celebrities such as Jermall Charlo believe that they are closer to whiteness than their own kind because he's a black celebrity. Why? Because people like Jermall Charlo view the world through the lens of their social class and economic status. Now we get into the realms of classism. His worldview is based on wealth, income, and social status, as reflected in his occupation. Reading my opening monologue. In other words, he's the special nigga. That's what that means. People like Jermall Charlo, as I said before, he viewed the world through the lens of the social class and economic status, through their own personal social class and economic status. His worldview is based on wealth, income, and social status, as reflected in his occupation. So, in other words, you know what I mean? He's the special nigga. You different from them other niggas. Look at you, boy. You did good for yourself. Got you, boy. I got you riding in private jets now. You get what I'm saying? You get to live in the neighborhoods now. You get to go to the car lot. I let you lease a Lambo with through doors. You got a nice little Instagram following now. You got the chicken and biscuit. Listen, you got the chicken and biscuit at the back door. You ain't like them other niggas. Come on over here, boy. You get what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah, he's a special nigga. Floyd Mayweather is a special nigga too, right? He's different from the rest. This is the classic definition of classism. As it relates to the Haneys, I care nothing about Charlo not liking them or not. I really don't care. Because there's no beef with the Charlos and the Haneys. They gonna see each other. They gonna laugh. They gonna kick it. They gonna get on a private jet. It is what it is. As I said, it is what it is. There's no beef. I told you, it ain't no beef in this shit. It ain't no beef, no YouTube channels or no fighters. Ain't nobody throwing no hands outside of the ring unless your name Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant slapping niggas. We saw the nigga from Louisiana that he slapped. We saw that. We saw what he did. Slapped the taste out that nigga mouth. Anyways, as he should. Did as he should. Did him like Django. Jangling. Anyways. I care nothing about whatever issues that they have. That ain't got nothing to do with anything, right? The Haneys, along with Jermall Charlo, share a socioeconomic status in the upper echelon of society. And I'm not jealous. I'm glad they are. I'm happy for them. But his take on Teofimo as it relates to his open contempt for black people, such as himself, is telling. That's very telling. Not only did this coon, I very seldom use that word, but this nigga was cooning. Not only did this coon give Teofimo the bigot a pass, but he also rationalized supporting an open bigot by running cover for Teofimo's racist remarks. This is why I tell you, don't get caught up in the celebrity of black fighters. Don't get caught up in the celebrity of black fighters or any celebrities. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't see you the way you see them. A lot of these boxers, they have contempt for a lot of you motherfucking male groupies. Look up the definition of what the word contempt means if you don't know. You get what I'm saying? You know, so I just got to throw that out there. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you what God loves. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to kiss a nigga ass for subscribers or whatever. They come and go, fam. I really don't give a damn. I tell you time and time again, very proud of where I'm from. I'm from West Tampa, Florida. We do not do that shit there, brother. No, sir.
True.
No, sir. No. We don't do that. We call it like it is. Call it like it is. Don't get caught up in that though. Since Jermall Charlo is openly buck dancing and cooning by supporting an open bigot and racist such as the Honduran bigot Teofimo Lopez. I mean, Teofimo Lopez, I mean, he's definitely a bigot, but he's a powerless bigot. It's not like it's not like, okay, you can say racist, but it's not like he has the power to enforce his racism. He don't. He's powerless. The Latinos don't fuck with him. How do I know? I've been to his fights. The motherfucker fighting in the Hulu theaters. So he ain't got no fans. Mexicans ain't fucking with him like that. How I know? When he fight, goddamn it, the venue tells you that. He's not a draw. He mad that the white man, Barbarian, won't pay him more than he paying the black fighters. That's between you and the white man. They ain't got nothing to do with me. So that's the reality of his situation. You got contempt for people who look like me, but you on your dick begging them for a fight. I don't like you niggas, but man, please fight me. Please fight me. All right, well, there's a black fighter that want to fight you. I think his name is Devin Haney. According to what Bill Haney is saying. So you got a shot. Go fight him. But as I said before, I'm not here to sugarcoat none of this shit. I'm not Brandy. I don't want to be down. I'm here to desecrate these niggas. I'm not playing with them. It's open season. It's open season now on fuck boys in boxing. It's open season. I want all the smoke. Anyways, Teofimo Lopez, it is only right that I openly desecrate this Sambo. When I say Sambo, I'm talking about Jermall Charlo. There's only right that I desecrate this Sambo for his Chicken George behavior. I'm supporting Caleb Plant 100% when he fights this coon. Jermall Charlo, I'm dead ass serious. That's my favorite black fighter right now, one of them, Caleb Plant. There's no way that I can get behind such condescending behavior. Houston doesn't produce fools like Jermall Charlo. He can take his bitch ass back to Lafayette, Louisiana, where he's from.
True.
In other news, the fallout from Jaime Munguia's failed drug test is at an all-time pitch. Charlo, Jermall that is, spoke on how Victor Conte's snack program allows you to game the system when it comes to PEDs. I got a whole lot to say about this. According to the research based on estimated prevalence and based on studies and reports, the Anonymous Athlete Survey, this is called the Anonymous Athlete Survey, look it up, suggests that 44% of elite athletes may use some form of PEDs at some point in their careers. In contrast, official testing data often reports less than 2% of positive test results, highlighting a significant gap, often due to infrequent or poorly timed tests. Designer drugs are undetectable by current methods, microdosing or using masking agents, right? In boxing, there's an estimated 15 to 25% PED use amongst fighters unofficially. While official numbers are low, actual PEDs used amongst world-class athletes is likely much higher. Your favorite fighter could be using it. No fighter is exempt. No fighter. The fighter who talking about fighters using PEDs, that very same fighter could have used the PED himself. He just ain't got caught. The hypocrisy. This ain't nothing new. There is no good guys in boxing. I hate to tell you that. Ain't no good guys. Hard to be a good guy in a cricket sport like this.
True.
Do you get what I'm saying? While the official numbers are low, actual PED use among world-class athletes is likely much higher. Due to weak enforcement, cutting-edge drug development, and cultural acceptance in some circles, many athletes dope without ever getting caught. In other news, Abdullah Mason will face off against Jermall Charlo as the co-main event for the Keyshawn Davis versus Edward De Los Santos undercard. This is a step-up fight for the 21-year-old prospect. Nakatelia is a 12-year veteran who has been in the ring with the likes of Shakur Stevenson, Miguel Burchelt. I think he's made Miguel Burchelt retire. And Raymond Muratala and Ernesto Mercado.
True.
This fight will determine if Abdullah Mason is ready for the next level, in my eyes. Abdullah Mason will be on the show at the top of the hour for an exclusive interview. Today's show has been sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. If you're in the city of Tampa, download the app Booksy. That's BOOKSY. Book an appointment and go to Foster's Barbershop. You can also, they have a tiki bar in the back, a tiki hut, and you can play golf back there. If you want to rent the facility in order to throw an event or a function there, you can do it as well. It's the best barbershop in the city. And I say that because I go there all the time. So RIP to Foster. Let's give everybody in the chat a round of applause. Yeah. It is what it is, man. You know, it is what it is. Let's get to these super chats. I know we have super chats. Shout out to Green Eyes P for being a member for 33 months. Shout out to Green Eyes P for gifting somebody a membership. I don't know who that is. Shout out to John B. John BX dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, "Hey, coach, you said there would be black fighters that would do exactly what Charlo did defending the racists." Yeah, I said that. I damn sure did. And guess what? I wouldn't be surprised if one of my favorite black fighters do it too. Because I mean that's just reality of the situation. Reality of the situation, fam. It is what it is. I'm not delusional. I'm not delusional. I've been doing this shit a long time, dog. I'm telling you, long time. Shout out to Mr. T. Y'all don't know that side of me though. Y'all don't know that side. Y'all know the laughing, kicking, and on talking shit on side and boxing. Y'all don't know the other side. Shout out to Mr. T. He said, "Coach, Jermall was offering to be a model for Caleb Plant new clothing line. You can't make this shit up." Yeah, I mean, listen, bro, like he's a real fuck boy. Like, yeah, you let a motherfucker slap the taste out your mouth, and now you on his knees sucking his dick. You can't make this up. Shout out to Ace Town. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Ace Town again. He say slapped him in front of his girl too, coach. Like I said before, when I called, they ain't from my city. No. They not from Ace Town. Shout out to Cut Creator. Dropping that $2 super chat. He say Charlo blames Snack, but Munguia ain't on Snack. Yeah, you can't make this up. See, that's the thing, right? The reporter should have corrected that. Well, you know, Jaime Munguia is not on the Snack program. Everybody who get popped for the PEDs ain't on Snack. As a matter of fact, there hasn't been a person that's on the SNAP program that's been popped for PEDs. If there is, please give me an example. Please send me one. Please send me one. And the thing is, what Jermall Charlo said about PEDs, listen, how do we know you ain't been using it? How do we know you ain't been using it? Like sometimes these niggas be talking so much, you know, what so you the honest fighter? 17 years you been boxing, you ain't said nothing about this. Shout out to Sheeta from H-Town. Now all of a sudden you saying something, you talking now. Cause you on a little bit of hen. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, fam, you know, you gaming the system. You gaming the system. Listen, ain't none of you niggas innocent or clean. I'm just laying it out there. This is the reality of the situation. As I told you before, there are no heroes in boxing. None. Understand that. Motherfucker gotta open their eyes. I know you love the nigga. I know he's your favorite fighter. But guess what? Guess what? He might be a villain too. That's just what it is. It's hard to be clean in a dirty sport. Shout out to Damian Bennett. He said the point he was making is no one on the SNAP program will ever be caught because Mr. Conte knows how to beat the test. But it ain't just Mr. Conte. I get it. No, I got what he was saying. I got what he was saying. But it ain't just Mr. Conte. Motherfuckers was popping dirty. Mr. Conte ain't the only one know how to game the system. You think Jermall Charlo don't know how to game the system? You think Canelo don't know how to game the system? You think Jermall Charlo don't know how to game the system? Or any other world-class fighter? I mean, Victor Conte is a convenient scapegoat. I get that. You know what I mean? I do get that. But to sit back and say Victor Conte, the big bad boogeyman, because your favorite fighter said some shit, bullshit.
True.
Nah. We ain't doing that. We ain't playing them crackhead games like that. If anything, the nigga telling on himself. As far as I'm concerned. You been boxing for 17 years and you been a clean fighter. You ain't, you don't take drug tests all the time. Fighters be getting away with it. How we know you ain't one of the fighters that got away with it? To sit back and say, oh, you got to be on snack in order to know how to get away with being a drug cheat is bullshit. The same nigga pointing the finger, more than likely, doping his goddamn self. Do you get what I'm saying? So, that's just the way I see it. As I said, I'll call a spade a spade. I don't give a fuck about them niggas. I don't. You know what I mean? Shit, it is what it is. Niggas ain't gonna tell on themselves. Anyways. Before we get into the show, we gotta say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the greatest man being on the planet Earth. And I say that sarcastically, Mr. Al Heyman.
Well, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name,
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
See, these are the kind of questions that I come with. I'm not, again, I'm not here to, you get what I'm saying? We ain't here to make friends. We gonna call a spade, dog. I said what I said. I stand on that. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's what goes on in the sport. That's the reality of the situation. There are no good guys in boxing. Period. Especially if you are an elite fighter There are no good guys in boxing. Anyways, before we get into the show, we got to say what time it is. Hey, shout out to everybody, man, in the chat, man. Abdullah Mason will be here on the top of the hour. Let's give a shout out to all the PYTs, the Tenderonis, the vintage Tenderonis, pretty young things. And shout out to the Snow Bunnies for all the revolutionaries out there who talk that who talk that pro-black shit, but you know what it is.
See her eyes shining, she's my Snow Bunny, please. In the winter lights, so she's my sweet dove of cream. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you goose, stepping out, grip out of control.
Turn it up, it's me against the light.
Snow Bunny,
Moving on the bar, everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
no, that's
That's a little long with my snow. Turn it up, we're party about the night.
see her eyes shining, she's my Snow Bunny, please. In the winter lights, so she's my sweet dove of cream. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you goose, stepping out, grip out of control.
Turn it up, it's me against the light.
Snow Bunny,
Moving on the bar, everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
no, that's
That's a little long with my snow. Turn it up, we're party about the night.
Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Let's go ahead and hear what this nigga got to say, man. This whole ass nigga here, boy. Lord have mercy. Let's see where is this cunt cooch ass nigga at? Where is he? Trying to see where is he? Did it freeze up? Why did it freeze up? Hold on, I'm trying to see. Look like my IG freeze up. Why do my Instagram freeze up? Now I'm at, hold on, y'all bear with me. I got to end this live on Instagram. Because it froze up. Y'all bear with me one moment. Let me go ahead and remove that. Yeah, remove that right quick. Now come back and do it again. Copy. Y'all bear with me one moment. I'm playing on Instagram, but it froze up. I don't know if they stopped it. They probably probably they ain't like some of the words I said. So motherfuckers so sensitive nowadays. You know how that shit is, man. These motherfuckers you can't say shit on social media. Like, damn. You know what I mean? You can tell there's some soy boy shit going on. You know what I mean? But anyways, let me find this fool. Where this fool at? Now he did say some real shit. But some of the shit he said was some real shit. But he benefited from it. You know what I mean? He benefited from it. The same system that he's supposed to be quote unquote exposing. Like this nigga been around for 17 years, ain't saying nothing. You actually think he was the honest one? Hold on, it's one nigga in the chat say, yeah, man, he ain't never got caught. Most of them don't get caught. Listen, do you know how dumb that sound? That's like I know some homeboys who used to sell dope. I ain't gonna say no names. They ain't never went to jail for it. They was the minority that didn't get popped. Literally. That don't mean that they wasn't drugs wasn't a drug dealer. They just ain't got caught. Yeah, nigga, yeah, man, I ain't never cheated on my girl, nigga. I ain't never got caught. That don't mean you ain't cheat on her, you just ain't got caught. Yeah, she ain't catch him with Cindy. She ain't catch him with Susie. She ain't catch him with Mary Ann. She ain't catch him with Debbie. She ain't catch him with Brenda. You get what I'm saying? Baby, you ain't never caught me doing nothing. That don't mean you ain't doing it.
True.
You get what I'm saying? That's the dumbest shit. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Miss me with that bullshit, nigga. Shout out to Mr. Nice. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said Charlo said that he would break Mexican Monster neck. I doubt it. Went on hiatus. Sweet Hand smacked the snack out of him. He say no lions over there. Just Hennessy. Just Haney and excuses. Facts. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, let's go over here. As I said before, I don't, whatever these millionaires are going through, that's between them. I don't give a damn. It's their money. I ain't riding around in a Lambo. They ride around in it. I don't benefit from anything these niggas do, so I really don't give a damn. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about though. When I want to talk about it. If a nigga like it, cool. If a nigga don't like it, don't listen to it. Don't watch it. I tell a motherfucker quit. This ain't a dictatorship. This is a democracy. Just like you freely brought your ass over here, you can freely leave. We won't miss you. To this day. I promise you that. Let's see. Get rid of that. Where is this? Y'all bear with me one moment. I'm trying to find this. Cause when I was in Nation Islam, we say, brother missing beef with pork. You can miss beef with pork. You get what I'm saying? Still got some swine in it, but let's see. Where he at? Hold on, where he at? All right. Now, as I said before, whatever issue he got with the Haneys, that's between them. That ain't nothing. He don't like Bill Haney. He say fuck Bill, fuck this, that. I don't give a damn. That's between them. They fine. All these niggas is rich. They good. However, let's go over here. Let me pull this up. Let's go.
I'm going for Tio.
They fell out though.
I'm going for Tio regardless.
Even with all the comments.
I like Tio. I don't mind. I say racist shit all the time, bro. I don't mean that.
Hey guys, last question.
I don't mean it. I ain't racist, but we all say the shit. You white?
Yeah, I am.
So what? That don't mean I'm racist.
No, of course not.
I know my colors.
This drunk coon, buck dancing, chicken Georgia, knee slapping, ham boning, bitch ass nigga here. Let's hit that one more time. I heard the entire interview. I just want to play soundbite for the sake of time purposes because we got a guest coming on in 10 minutes.
I'm going for Tio.
They fell out though.
I'm going for Tio regardless.
Even with all the comments.
I like Tio. I don't mind. I say racist shit all the time, bro. I don't mean that.
Hey guys, last question.
I don't mean it. I ain't racist, but we all say the shit. You white?
Yeah, I am.
So what? That don't mean I'm racist.
No, of course not.
I know my colors.
Yeah. This nigga here. Yeah, this nigga here is Lord have mercy. Anyway, listen, I'm gonna save him. I'm gonna save him for later. I got some real proper for this whole ass nigga here. Anyways, moving along because we got my main man Abdullah Mason coming on at 10. So we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back to this nigga here. This whole ass nigga Jermall Charlo. I don't support nothing Charlo. Mama Charlo, Daddy Charlo, the Charlo. I don't support none of that. Nothing Charlo. I'm hoping like hell this fight get done. Hope he win. Hope Caleb Plant win. I ride with the black fighter named Caleb Plant. I'm riding with the alpha male. The one that slapping niggas from Lafayette, Louisiana. That's the one I'm rolling with. Seem to be the only real black fighter over there.
True.
Anyways. Yeah, nigga, I said it. Coach Malachi ain't ducking shit. Let him know. I said what I said. Anyways, let's continue. Now, yeah, I got a nice video. I got a nice video for this nigga. Nice video for this nigga here, boy. I'm finna piss off the whole PBC, record label staff, and the crew. I don't give a damn. We finna listen. I got a scorched earth policy. When we say, hold on. I got a hold on. Let me take some of this shit off. Let me turn this off because I'm not gonna use this. Y'all bear with me one moment. Y'all want to use this? Hold on. Y'all bear with me one moment. I don't want to. Let me turn this off right here. Do a speed test right quick. The fuck is? Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Oh, okay, I'm good. Oh, I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. My internet speed good. My internet speed good. I just want to make sure it was good. That's all. Very fast. 222. My download 222 and my upload 294. Yeah, can't get no better than that. Well, you can't get better, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, let's go over here. Now, Abdullah Mason, young brother, 21 years old, prospect. He's a damn good fighter. Has a lot of heart. Nice young man, come from a beautiful family, beautiful background, but he's a killer in the ring. Is he defensively flawed sometimes? Yes. And I think that comes from him being a lot of times overly anxious to get the guy out of there. He'll go in the high guard, step to his opponent, and look for trap and try to set traps and try to count off the trap out of the high guard. If he does that, then that means he really ain't, okay, I don't think this guy got anything that can hurt me. So I'm coming in there. He's fighting Jermall Nakatilia. Now, Jermall Nakatilia, he's fought Mercado. He's fought Shakur Stevenson. He's fought, who else he fought? Hold on, let me see. I forgot some of the people he fought. Some notable names that you guys may know. Let's see. He fought, Ernesto Mercado, Remy Muratala. That's what, Burchell. He stopped Burchell. I think he stopped Burchell. And Shakur. So these are some of the names that you guys are familiar with. And what you notice is he's fought better competition up until this point than Abdullah Mason. But Nakatilia has been boxing for he's been a pro for 12 or going on 13 years. So he's been doing it longer. So in my opinion, this is a step-up fight. This is a step-up fight for Abdullah Mason, in my opinion, because it's the best opponent on paper that he's fought thus far up until this point. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, that just... Hold on, make sure we good over here. All right, we good. I just had to make sure the sound was good. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So he's still kind of this is a really step up fight for him, in my opinion. Just like the Keyshawn Davis and Eben De Los Santos fight. I think that's a step up fight for Keyshawn, for that fight right there. I don't know what the odds is. I got to look up the odds. You know what I mean? I really don't know what the odds is. I got to look up the odds, but I'm kind of like, you get what I'm saying? It can go from sugar to shit real quick in any one of these fights. But I think Abdullah Mason, he has a great jab, great footwork. He's vicious. He got that dog in him. We seen him overcome adversity. We seen him get knocked down. You know what I mean? Against I think Johan Vasquez, and we saw got knocked down twice, and we saw him get back up and stop him. I think he dropped him 2 times, and he dropped the guy twice, and he stopped him. What I like about Abdullah is kind of like what scares me about him. Do you get what I'm saying? What I like about Abdullah is what scares me about him. Abdullah want the smoke. Bruh, when you look at him outside of the ring, he looks like a nice young man. Very nice. His parents, his mother and father did a great job raising him. His brothers are beautiful. His father's beautiful. Like good family, right? And then when you see him in the ring, it's like he turned a switch on. When you see him in the ring, it's like he turned a switch on. Like this motherfucker, he's vicious. He tried to get him. Hey, look here, man. He tried to, hey, listen, Abdullah Mason tried to get a motherfucker out of there. Man, look here, dog. I ain't got time for this shit, man. Man, we got listen. Listen, we got listen, man. Yeah, I ain't got time for this shit, man. I'm trying to get this motherfucker out of here, man. Hey, shout out to Ali. Ali, what's going on, fam? G5 from the Bronx, salute. Shout out to the Prince. And I like that. I like that. I really do like, I like his mentality, but that kind of scared me about him too, though. Abdullah Mason got a 74-inch arm reach. Got some long ass arms. Do you get what I'm saying? And he's only 21. He's only Tito 21. He say, who wins between Tito Mercado versus Abdullah Mason? Yeah, I don't know. Who do you think will win? Gotta see him fight. Shout out to G5. Shout out to John. John, what's going on, fam? L. Harvey in the building. Yeah. What I like about him, is what scared. That's what scared me about him too. Like, man, this motherfucker right here, man. Shit, he want a man. God damn. He coming in there. He sets his shots up pretty good. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to be in the line of fire. He's not afraid to be in the line of fire. When you fight that way, when you fight that way, fam, when you fight that way, it's a high risk fight when you fight that way. It's definitely a high risk fight because, it's like, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. Just the way he fight. Just the way he fight is kind of like, yeah, it is what it is, fam. Like this motherfucker right here, he coming to get it. He not, look, man, this ain't, fam, this ain't, I'm not here for overtime. If I can stop you, get you out of there, I'm gonna do that. And that's kind of, that's his perception. Shout out to Flex. Flex, he said gatekeeper status, coach. Top rank knows how to move their young stars. He said create them too. Floyd, Oscar, Pat, T.O., Bud. Yeah. No way. Hey, Flex. Now, hold on. Y'all, hold on. I want to give our brother a warm round of applause. We have our good brother, Abdullah Mason, in the house. Let's give him a round of applause.
How's everything?
Abdullah, what's going on, brother?
Everything going.
Everything going good. You sound kind of low. You have my Bluetooth?
Hold on, that might be. Was I?
No, you sound good. You sound good now. Yeah, I think you sound good now. All right, so listen, I've been looking forward to this. You got this fight coming up. Right. I was just talking about Nakathila. I was talking about the the level of competition, the type of fighters that he's fought thus far. And in my opinion, I feel that this is a step up fight for you. I feel that this guy, from based on his past, who he's fought, paperwork, on paper, he's fought better, with a better level of competition than you have. What is it that made you choose this opponent if you chose him?
Say that one more time. You cut out towards the end. You said, what is it that what?
No, I said, what is it that made you choose this opponent? Nakathila.
Oh, this is he's a good step up. He's that's why we accepted this fight. He got some good offense, good power. It's a great test for me. Being at this moment in my career, I'm stepping up or ranking up to be preparing for a world title soon. So, me being ranked number 2 in WBO, he's a great person to test my skills against because he coming with some power too when he letting his hands go.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely coming with power. He's letting his hands go. I remember when you fought Johan and you overcame that adversity there with getting knocked down twice, but you knocked him down twice as well, and eventually you stopped him. I was telling the audience prior to you coming on, I say, man, what I love about Abdullah is what scares me about him, because like you're a very nice young man outside of the ring, but inside of the ring, it's like a switch comes on. It's like you're a different person. You get what I'm saying? Like, where did you get that from? Can you hear me? I think he froze up. Somebody must have called him. Somebody must have called him. Hold on. Hold on. I think somebody, Abdullah, I can't hear you, fam. I think somebody might have called him because he froze up. Yeah. And I can't hear him. I can't hear him neither. Let me kick him out. Let me kick him out. Okay. He'll probably pop back in. Shout out to the Prince. What you say to Prince? He said, young fella, don't God his pop speaking for him. Oh, no, hey, no, man, listen, no, his pops is a good man, bro. Like his pops, his brothers. I have so much praise for them. You know, the crazy part about it is, I don't personally know Jay Prince. I've met him, seen him, but I don't personally know him. Hold on, y'all, hold on. All right. We got Abdullah back, man. You all right?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me. Yeah, I had to use another phone. My phone started tweaking out.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. So yeah. But what I was saying was, you have a nice outside of the ring. You have a nice demeanor, but inside of the ring, there's a switch that comes on. You have a lot of dog in you. You fight with a lot of intensity and passion, and you fight with a level of I don't know. I want to say anger. Yeah. Yeah. You still there? Yeah, I can see you.
Can you hear me?
I can see you. Yeah, I can hear you too.
Hold on 1 second. I can't hear you. I might have to rejoin.
Okay, go ahead, rejoin. He said he can't hear me. Man, I'm trying to. Okay, hold on. Matter of fact, let me write this down. You know what I probably need to do? I probably just should just have him do a phone call. Probably should have him do a phone call. I'm back. You're back. I can see you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right. So I was asking you about the way you box in the ring. Outside of the ring, you know, it's like you have this calm demeanor, very peaceful. As a matter of fact, your entire family is like that. You're from your father to your brothers. But inside of the ring, it's like a switch turns on. It's like you turn into, you know, just another animal inside of the ring. I think it's a mentality. You know, where do you get that from?
I don't know. I mean, I say it's the way we was raised. You know, outside of the ring, you know, we were raised a certain way, and when we doing something, or we, you know, in anything, any field of something that we doing, whether it's work or you know, boxing. In this instance, we like to get straight to the point, and we like to get stuff done the way we, you know, the way we want to do it. So, I feel like it's just the way we train. You know, we in the gym. We get straight to it to a certain extent to where it translates inside the ring.
I mean, I can tell it's kind of like you have a business mentality. You did say earlier that you ranked number 1 or number 2 to fight for a world title. And is that the WBO?
2 in WBO, yep.
2 in the WBO. I mean, you're 21 years old. You like you seem like you're very, very ambitious. And a lot of the people over there top rank, they really, really think highly of you. I've spoken to Carl Moretti. I've spoken to quite a few people over there, and they, you know, they think really, really highly of you. You have a high ceiling with them. This fight right here is going to tell the fans everything they need to know, in my opinion. From okay, is Abdullah ready to take that next step? When do you figure you'll be fighting for a world title or challenging for one?
I don't know. You know, rank number 2 it's real close. So whether the champion, you know, Keyshawn in WBO, whether he vacate or whether he stays there, you know, and fight is mandatory. But I'm still next in line after that number 1. So it's 2. I'm 2. Then number 1 is a guy from Britain, Sam Noakes, and then there's Keyshawn. So I'm close. It's right. It's, you know, I don't know. I don't know exactly, but
are you ranked in any other sanctioning bodies or just that one?
I'm 4 in WBC, and I think what I think it's like 15 in WBA, I think.
15 in WBA?
IBF.
IBF. I mean, you don't have again. You keep a busy schedule. You don't have 2 fights thus far this year, if I'm not mistaken. This is your 3rd fight coming up next week. I will be in Virginia, live to watch that fight. This is your 3rd fight. Do you plan on having any more fights after this fight once you are victorious? Because I'm pretty sure you're going in the mindset that I'm gonna be victorious in this fight. Once you are victorious in this fight, do you plan on fighting again before the close of the year?
Oh yeah, hopefully so. That's we still in the first half of the year. In June, that's still the first half. So I got a whole another 6 months to, be able to prepare for another good 10-rounder, or rest a little bit if I have to, or get straight back into it if I have to. So I'm prepared to step in there. But if that's what's best for me, I'm definitely that's something I would want to do.
Okay, this is the super chat, Mr. T. I get what you're saying in the super chat, but he say, ask Mason, how does it feel to have a zesty auntie with dreads talk crazy about him for 2 years just for auntie's son to duck him after being offered $1 million? Yeah, he don't. Yeah, he ain't getting into that. Hey, Mr. T, Abdullah, he not gonna get into that. You know what I mean? So we'll say that for another day. But after this fight right here, know you got some more fights coming up. I'm really, really excited about the trajectory that Top Rank and your team has for you. Jay Prince, is Jay Prince involved in any of the matchmaking when it comes to your fights?
Yeah, for sure he is. That's my manager. So he's managing that. Everybody's working together as a team. So everybody running by each other, the promoters, the matchmakers, Jay Prince. So we all make our decisions together.
The funny part about it seems like everybody's demeanor is the same. Hey, Abdullah, like me, I'm one of the energetic, hyped up, shit talking dudes. And y'all, it's like Jay Prince, your father, yourself, your brothers, y'all like the total opposite.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we get hype in that gym, but we definitely here to do what we got to do, take care of business, and move how we got to move. So that's a part of the step. Just I guess just staying composed or something, or it's probably just the vibes before the fight. I'm just chilling and can't wait to fight night. But yeah, I feel like that's funny you say that. I didn't really notice that everybody got the same exact demeanor.
Man, y'all don't speak, y'all don't talk loud, real calm demeanor. I mean, y'all give off grown man energy. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, nah, they ain't nothing to be playing with, Shout out to a film by Ali. He got a question. He said, young man of respect. He said, the Abdullah era has begun. Okay. Yes, sir. This brother right here, Jamie Vasquez, he say, what's his dream fight or the fight that he wants the most?
Is that your mic right there, or is that me?
No, I think that's your phone. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, I think. You know what we can do? We probably going to have to just do it via phone call.
Is the audio good on your side? If the audio is good on your side, I can continue.
Yeah, I mean, the audio sound kind of choppy. Hold on, matter of fact, hold on. Yeah, your phone cracking. It's crackling.
Okay.
You just come back in. Hold on, we gonna let him come back in, y'all. We're gonna let him come back in because the phone started cracking and stuff like that. Okay, his dream fight. I'm gonna try to get to that question right there for you, Jamie. I'm gonna try to get that question right there for you. Let me see. Can I call? Damn, man, I had some goddamn good question. Okay. Hold on. Damn, man. Hold on. Let me call. Y'all bear with me one moment.
Yo, peace.
Abdullah, this you?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, cool. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Let me plug in. All right, y'all. Back on the phone right now. We have Abdullah Mason. Let's give him a round of applause. Let everybody know. Bear with me one moment. Abdullah Mason is on the phone. Abdullah, back to what I was saying. I was saying that everybody, all of you guys had the same demeanor, and it's really, really funny because I came up in the nation, but I also studied under a lot of the Sunni brothers as well, and a lot of the Muslims that I've been around all throughout the years. All of them have like a real calm demeanor. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I was a lieutenant, so I was kind of like the fiery little dude, stayed in some shit, but you just really have that calm demeanor. And I really like that. I really respect that. I kind of wish I was more like that, but I'm an extrovert, man. So it is what it is with me. But, you got this fight coming up. You're fighting on Keyshawn Davis on the card. What is that feeling like, knowing that? Do you and Keyshawn talk?
No, not. I mean, when we come across each other, we talk. We have our little conversations.
Yeah, because it's like, damn, you're fighting on this undercard, knowing that, okay, this guy right here could potentially, I'm saying from his standpoint, this guy right here is the one that's going to be challenging me for a title when that day comes. So that's why I was asking. We got a super chat right here. This brother right here asking Jamie Vasquez. He said, "What's your dream fight?"
My dream fight. I don't have a dream fight at this point. It's a lot of fighters that are coming up along with me, and we are building at the same time. So when we get up there, we are like world champions, or making our splash in the sport. When we're making that splash in the sport, it's gonna be some good names. So boxing to kind of determine what would be the best fight at the time. It's some good fighters out there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, again, you have a very, very, really good fan-friendly style. Fans talk about you a lot. They like Abdullah Mason. They really like you a lot. I haven't really heard a lot of hate about you. I do this social media stuff.
Yeah.
I've been doing it. I've been doing it for like 4 years now. So I haven't really heard a lot of hate about you at all, to be fair. The hate will come. Of course, that's part for the course. But the way you carry yourself as a businessman. You carry yourself very, very, you walk with authority, you and your entire family, man. So I see that your boxing style, you got knocked down in the Johan fight. What did you learn from that fight?
The main thing I learned was to stick to my corner. They were telling me even before the fight, take your time with him, sit back a little bit, see what he got, but then do your thing. But I'm the person, I like to let my hands go a little bit, and when I see the opportunity, I take it. So me seeing that right there, I took an opportunity. It was open, so I caught him at the same time he caught me, but his landed a little first.
What I noticed in that fight was you had your guard up, protecting from the hook, but the way he threw the hook, he caught you on the inside of the guard, where the chin was at. So it was like, damn, you know what I mean? He threw it very accurate, but you got back up, and you stopped him. And I tell people, I say, listen, man, this is what I don't like about some boxing fans, and I got to say this. They say, we be quick to throw fighters away if a fighter lose a fight, or if he get knocked down, or he's shinny, or he can't take a punch, and all this stuff there. And I'm like, he got knocked down in the fight, and I'm like, fam, in life you're gonna get knocked down. You're gonna go through some things in life to where you're gonna get knocked down. You're going to get dropped. You're going to have some losses. I'm not saying you in your career, but I'm just saying in life in general. I said, but it's how you get back up. It's how you rebound from it. When you got knocked down, what did you do? Did you get back up, or did you stay down?
So I got back up. For sure.
Yeah. I know you got
right. Oh, right. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I know you got back up. So what I'm saying is, but I was using that as an example to educate a lot of the fans. I'm like, fam, look, man, you're gonna get knocked down in life. It ain't how you got knocked down. Did you learn from it, or did you get back up? And what did you do when you got back up? I have a question for you right here. Shout out to John dropping a half a dub super chat. He said, Abdullah, you are currently ranked number 4 in the WBC and number 2 with the WBO. You already addressed the WBO. If you were given a choice after this fight to fight for either title, which one would you choose and why?
Run it by my team for sure, but I'll take either one of them. I feel like either one would be a great fight, for 135 or just for boxing period. An exciting fight that anybody would love to see, either or.
So you don't have any outside of your biological brothers, you don't have any fictitious brothers in the lightweight division that you won't fight because y'all brothers.
Nah, I don't got no fictitious brothers at all. Just my blood brothers. With the people I'm in a gym locked in with, the training camps with, that I spend my daily life with. Those are the brothers that I won't fight.
Tell me what the process, without giving me not the game plan, but what's the process like when you're getting ready for a fight? You know, you get the phone call. You know, you talk to your manager Jay Prince. You talk to your father, your brothers. You know, you talk to whoever you talk to at top rank. Okay, this is the next fight we're going to make. What is explain to us the process? Okay, once the information has been received that you have a fight lined up, and now the mindset, the diet, the training, walk us through that in the lead up.
I take the fighter, then we come to the gym and start working. So with me being as active as I am, it's they always just run it by us, see how we feel. As soon as we get that call, we make sure we step it up a little bit. But we pretty much always in the gym, always training. With me being so active though, it's we just preparing, and we just been stepping up as we go. Just waiting for them chances. Like now, we close to that championship, so we just been locked in.
Do you have any problems finding sparring partners to get ready for fights?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know if you have any problems finding sparring partners? I mean,
a lot of the work that me and my in our camps, we do a lot of our work inside the gym.
Okay.
So, my father, he call around, I know we got some sparring partners that ain't, saying that, so some guys who they don't spar for their reason. Some people are out of shape, some people, not in camp, but a lot of our work is in the gym. And, when we really need sparring, we go out and find it. So I wouldn't say I got a huge problem with people turning down sparring or anything like that.
Is there any particular fighter that's boxing right now that you kind of like admire, or from afar off, or you like, what, man, I really like the way this guy handles his business outside of the 135 division, outside of your division?
I don't know. A lot of them fighters that I would say I admire, they pretty much retired now. So
yeah,
you got the greats in boxing I would love to meet, but I would say that they pretty much retired. You got, of course, fighters in higher weight classes that been through the game. You got Canelo. He been through it. I'm saying it'd be great to be able to meet them guys, but admire as far as in sport, most of them pretty much retired.
Yeah.
I like everybody. Everybody cool though. Everybody cool. We all working our way up.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you got a lot of young fighters over there. I was talking to Carl Moretti. I think when the time I was in Vegas, I forgot the person who you was fighting, but it was on the Teofimo Lopez undercard. You, Keyshawn, was on that undercard in Vegas, at the Michelob Ultra Arena, and you disposed of the guy. I was very, very impressed. Matter of fact, you did an interview with me. That was the first time I met you, and I was very, 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 very impressed just your demeanor. And that's when I saw the switch, and I saw the excitement in Carl Moretti. And I spoke to Carl, and he was like, "Man, we got the best young fighters, in boxing. Period." He grabbed me. He was like really, really excited, and he spoke highly. He spoke of Keyshawn, but he really spoke highly of you. He was like, "Man, we got him." And, so I'm like, you got all these young, talented fighters over there at top rank. Eventually, it's gonna come a time to where you guys are gonna eventually end up fighting each other.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's the thing that gets me. So I'm pretty sure that do you like the way that you're being moved right now along in your career?
Yeah, I mean, we got with Top Rank knowing that I'd be active. They'd move me, and eventually we'd be stepping up for a world championship. So I'm good with it. As long as we're moving forward, and I feel like I've been moving forward pretty soon.
So would you consider yourself a very you got a 74-inch arm reach? We know how you get down. You can fight mid-range, outside, inside. I love the way you work the angles. I've seen the way you step around the weak side pretty good on opponents. Very, very, very good footwork. Do you feel that can you be patient in a fight? That's the question I have. Can you be patient in the fight? The thing that worries me about you, Abdullah, to be fair, is I'm like, man, he got that dog in him. He want to get the guy out of there. But it's gonna, you're not gonna knock everybody out. Go ahead.
Yeah, most definitely. I've been more patient in my last couple fights, after the fight in November. But
that's true.
That's one thing about preparing for that. Being at that world championship level, you gotta make sure you hone in on those certain things and be ready to go those 10 rounds or be patient for the whole fight and capitalize off certain things. So that's something that I definitely could do, and that we've been doing, working on and all that.
Shout out to G5. G5 said that he said being that Mason and Shakur are managed by Jay Prince, would they ever fight? That's a question for you, Abdullah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, the only people I won't fight is my blood brothers. So anything other than them could be worked out on my side. Okay.
How long do you plan on staying at 135? Do you have a trajectory? Like what are your goals in the sport of boxing? Are you looking to become undisputed at 135, or are you looking to become a multi-division world champion, or you haven't looked that far down the road yet?
I'm gonna ride as long as I can. Right now we close to closing in on a world championship, inshallah. So, that's the first step. That's the first step. And that's what I'm focused on.
Why is it so important for you to get a world title? I know this question may sound like a dumb question, but everybody have different motivations for why. Why is it? You said this is the first step. If you want to get the title first, that'd be the first step. Why is it so important for you in an era where some fighters say that belts don't mean anything?
Because when you get that first title, that puts everything else up. Everything else goes up from there. All around the board. And it just solidifies you in boxing as you just notified as a great fighter. A world champion. The best in your division. Or one of the best in your division. And not just for you or all around the world. You recognize as that. So grabbing a world title was the first step to solidifying yourself in the sport. So whether you want multiple titles or just one, I feel like grabbing a title is a great feat to accomplish. With me being somebody who's been in the sport since I was young, it's a great start.
Have you ever sparred like a Canelo or a Terrence Crawford or hell, even a Floyd? Well, I know Floyd don't box anymore, but like some of the older guys. Have you ever been in the ring with any of them, or what say you about that?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
You gotta, you 5'9" with a 7. I mean, you're not finished growing yet, but you got a 74.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I did spar Tony Harrison. He got some great work.
Oh yeah. Tony's a pure boxer. Was he talking shit?
Say that one more time.
Was Tony Harris talking shit when y'all sparred?
No.
Yeah, he
got some great work though. But he wasn't talking stuff, but he was definitely pushing me.
Yeah,
definitely pushing me. He, great fighter, great guy.
Yeah, he is, man. Tony, he's a great teacher. Like I know he's a trainer now, but he's a great teacher as well. Yeah. He really understands the sport, and I love a lot what he do with the kids. Let everybody know what exactly is it that your family does in the community in Cleveland?
Say that one more time.
What is it that you do in the community in Cleveland?
Right now we move around and we deal with the people. One thing we like to just try to be a good example while we here, and we want to make sure we that's what we want to do. Make sure we're a good example for the people over here. So right now we locked in, so we haven't been able to move around as much. But
I mean, that's understandably so. You know what I mean? But the thing is you're around the people, you're giving the people a glimmer of hope. Do you foresee yourself, further on in your career as you become more successful? Do you see yourself changing, or do you see yourself being the same way that you are now?
I mean, what you mean changing, man?
You know, I'm gonna give you an example. You know how some people when they reach a certain level of success, now they start acting a little bit more bougie. They start, they're not as grounded anymore. Or you get what I'm saying? I mean, like that. Some people say that. When you get rich.
The only way I plan to change is for the better, and one thing about that is, you gotta have to make sure you have the right people around me, and I plan to keep my family around me, my brothers, and my father in my corner that always advised me good. So I don't see anything for me in that way, changing in a bad way, or changing, for people, everything. You gotta keep it how it's been.
Yeah, pretty much. You got Nakathelia coming up. I think he's like 34, 35 years old. But as I said before, he has a lot of experience. I did see the fight with the Burchell fight he had and stuff like that. I've seen when he fought Shakur. And, is there anything about this guy that worries you, that you say, what, I probably got to look out for this outside of his experience? I would say that.
He's a great fighter, so you always got to watch out for everything he got. So it's nothing that specifically worries me in terms of this fighter. He makes me more anxious than any other fighter, something like that. It's just somebody that I knew I had to prepare well for, and I feel like we prepare well for him. So we can get in front of him. Hopefully I have a lot of fun next Saturday.
This might be a question for your dad. If you say Schofield Sr. alluded to getting the better of you in sparring. This is a question from someone in the chat. They don't exactly have a clean record of telling the truth. Could you give us your side?
You said it's a question for my dad?
No, yeah, I was saying this might be this would be a question for you. Someone in the chat put a message up saying that Schofield Sr. alluded, I call him Mama Hofield, but Schofield Sr. alluded to getting the better of you in sparring. He said that they don't exactly have a clean record of telling the truth. No, they don't. They lie all the time. So basically, he want to know, can you give your accounts of how did the sparring session go when you was in there with Mama Hofield's son?
Oh, that's definitely not the truth. And they've also said before that they had the receipts. They can go ahead and put them out and say if they got the receipts, see if that's true also.
So he did confirm that you guys did offer him $1 million a fight in order to fight you, and they turned it down or whatever the case may be. So that's on the record. But
I don't know exactly what they offered him, but I know they offered him a fight, and they turned it down. Actually, if we fought, that would have been like right after this fight. I would have had a June fight, and then I would have fought him in July.
In July, right? Oh, damn, you going?
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't playing. You ain't playing. God damn. You fighting in June and coming right. Hey, that's old school right there. Hey, that's how they used to fight. They'll fight every 6 weeks. I just need a 6-week training camp, dog. That's it. That's all I need, because this is the thing, right? What I love about what you're doing now, you're fighting regular. Because if you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready. You're staying in shape. So a lot of the old school fighters, they used to do that. They fought, we gonna fight 4 or 5 times a year. So we're always going to be in shape. You know what I mean? Versus having these, 8 week, not 8 week, but 12 week and, 12 week training camps, to get ready for a fight. And so I like that. You're really, really active and going at it. This dude right here, once you get by this guy, Nakathelia, again, anything can happen in the sport of boxing. I would say, you are a patient fighter. You did show patience your last fight. I was kind of worried prior, like, man, Abdullah trying to, he's too busy trying to press these dudes out to get him out of there, but the last fight, you were a little bit more patient in that fight. You were very methodical. You look like you listen to the team, the game plan. You have a nice jab. I love the levels that you do with the jab and stuff like that. And the way you manipulate the distance and space once you get mid-range. And you lock in from a visual standpoint. Can you let the fans know who's listening to this show, what is it exactly do you like when you're in the ring and you're fighting mid-range and you have that opponent in front of you? What exactly is going through your mind? What are you looking at? What are you looking for?
Okay, before I answer a couple more questions, I'm trying to get in the spot before it closes. But
okay.
I look a lot. I look for what we do in training. So a lot of, if not all of my fights, especially the ones that ended in knockout, all of those ends were things that we worked on, inside the training camp. So just being locked in like that is, just me keeping my eyes open, watching my opponent, but maybe just looking for those things that we worked on and the things that they're telling me in the corner.
Okay. I know you did say that, you getting ready to, to go into the spa, so I'm gonna let you go, but I will see you guys next week. I will be there in Norfolk, Virginia to watch the fight. Is there anything that, you're looking to fight for a title? You let it be known that you don't care who it is, whether it's Shakur, Keyshawn, or whoever, you're looking to fight whoever, your time is, go ahead.
No, it don't matter who it is, with me being this close, I'm just staying prepared, but one thing before I get off of here, I want all your people that's watching, I want them to let us know who they want to see me fight, so I want them to put it out there, and I want to see what they got to say about that too.
Y'all heard that? He want to know, y'all put out there before he go, he want to know who y'all want to see him fight next.
Whether I'm able to fight him right now or not, I still want to see what they got to say. So, y'all throw it out there. I want to hear what y'all got.
That's a great question. I got one more for you before I let you go. He said, greetings from the mean streets of North Omaha. This guy named is Braska Raj. He said, Mr. Mason, your demeanor and conversation skills displayed today are stellar. Get him, champ. You listen, man. Bro, I tell people this time and time again, I say, man, I your father, your brothers, yourself. I say, man, they done such a good job in raising you, your parents, your mother and your father did such a great job in raising you and your brothers, the energy, your demeanor, your father. And then, as I say, Jay Prince kind of like, all y'all kind of acting like y'all got the same demeanor. You don't talk loud, you don't do any of that, but if it's time to get down, you're going to get down. But I really appreciate that. Is there any parting words that you would like to say before you go?
Man, no, I appreciate that. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for having me on. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Virginia and hopefully being back on soon. And I want to thank all y'all, that stayed on watching me, the fans that had to listen and asking the questions. Y'all got some questions y'all could, keep them jotted down so next time I hop on here.
All right, but listen, man, thank you so much, brother. Let's give Abdullah Mason a round of applause. He has to go, y'all. He's training. Salute to you, family, and shout out to your family.
Thank you. I appreciate that, big man. Take care.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. That was Abdullah Mason, man. You guys know I do like doing the pop-ups, like having them on the screen. But sometimes if there's technical difficulties, you have to know how to make adjustments. So I kind of like, I like doing that, man. But let's give Abdullah Mason a round of applause again. And like someone said in the chat, guess what? He did an interview by himself. His daddy went in the video, all in the videos, like did he? Yeah, dog. Hold on. Abdul, let me talk to you. Now, hold on, son. No, wait a minute. Stop. Wait a minute. You don't have to. Wait a minute. Get behind me. I'm gonna answer the question. No, he didn't have to do that. He holding his own nuts in interviews. You get what I'm saying? 21 years old. He don't have any imaginary brothers in boxing. He not saying, yeah, man, you know what? Hold on. Somebody said Derek Davis. I'm gonna write that down. I'm finna drop the phone line so y'all can call. He don't have any imaginary brothers. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna fight him because he's my brother. He your real brother? No. No, we so close. We brother, we ain't fighting each other.
True.
You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, this where we at. You heard what he said. He like, yeah, man, nah, man, I'll fight whoever. You get what I'm saying? He don't give a damn. I'll fight whoever. You get what I'm saying? So, Ala Powell say Shakur. Tavon Burns said Carmel. Let me write this down. Carmel. Oh my God, no. Bear with me. He said Carmel, right? Carmel. Somebody said Shakur. All right. Somebody said Carmel. I'm not even gonna say here a lot of you, bro. Check this out. If you Jay Prince, shout out to M. Cole. Cole, what's going on, brother? If you Jay Prince and you manage Shakur Stevenson and Abdullah Mason, like how do you even handle that? I got two of my fighters that I'm managing fighting each other. Hey, do you get what I'm saying? You got to talk to them Somebody said Frank Martin. Like, you know, like you really got to talk to him like, look, man, this is business. You know, you like, bro, somebody said Tank Davis. I'm put Tank down here. Put Tank down here. Kermel Moten. Raymond Mutathala. Somebody got Raymond on there. Raymond Mutathala. Yeah. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to write it down and let them know. These who the people can't name, you know. Let's see. Somebody said, okay, Keyshawn. Okay, y'all, yeah, Keyshawn, that's a gimme. Keyshawn is a gimme. Keyshawn Davis. Somebody said something else, though. I'm trying to see. Somebody said something else. Raymond. Oh yeah, kid also. Mama Hofield, boy. These two lying there. Both of them need to be lying. Lord have mercy. Them two are the lying. Bro, anything, let me tell y'all something. Anything Mama Hofield say they did, you know, we know, bro, listen. Mama Hofield, let Mama Hofield tell it. And guess what? My son doesn't even have his grown man strength yet. Just imagine what he'll do to you if he had his grown man strength. Y'all remember he said that shit? Talking about the grown man strength. The 5 styles of boxing and the grown man strength and the frontal cortex isn't developed yet. You can't make this up. You better jump on my son now. Jump on kid now because, you know, you better jump on him before he turns 25 because, you know, when you turn 25, that's when your frontal cortex it finally gets developed. You better get on him now. He doesn't even have his grown man strength yet. You remember he said that shit? Nigga talking about grown man strength and 5 styles of boxing and hog head cheese and pork chop Willie. Like, if you listen to this motherfucker right here, Mama Hofield, let her tell it. Her son don't beat everybody in sparring. I don't beat Tank Davis. We beat Tank. Ask Tank what we did to them. It's some video. It's out there. We beat Shakur. We beat Shakur, even though he did catch us with a body shot, and my son almost doodled on himself, and he had to fight the rest of the sparring match with Clint's butt cheeks.
True.
That's what he said. He said that. Hell, I got the video. Got the video right here. I was gonna make it a part of another video series I'm gonna do. Yeah, he said that. He hit us in the, you get what I'm saying? Like frontal cortex, 5 styles of boxing. Listen, Mama Hofield, let Mama Hofield tell it. They beat Tank, they beat Shakur, they beat Devin Haney, they beat Abdullah Mason, and all in sparring. Y'all beat all them, huh? It's out there. Again, like this dude is a pathological liar. Pathological. Nobody confirming this, but no one's saying this but them. Nobody is saying this but them. Ain't no witnesses. Like nobody. Like Mama Hofield is a pathological. I told y'all about that. Like Mama Hofield lies so much that she starts to believe her own lies. You beat Tank, Shakur, Devin Haney, and Abdullah Mason all in sparring. Nigga, please. You ducking fights, pulling out of fights, faking poisonings, faking injuries. Just a lying on the Boston boys, lying on Mill City, just a line. For every style that my son knows, there's a counter style, and only I know how to defeat that style. Like what make you such a great goddamn trainer? Like you get what I'm saying? Like this, he act like he one of the wise, the 5 blind, the 5 wise men of kung fu. Master, yes. What is it? Hey, you know kung fu. You know, there was a TV show used to come on called Kung Fu, and there was this old man. He was the blind man. This nigga can't see. This nigga can't see, right? The blind man. But he whooping everybody's ass. I don't need to see you. I can feel the vibrations. I can feel your body movement within the vibrations of the atmosphere. You can't make this shit up. I taught my son how to close his eyes and tune in and focus like Goku on Dragon Ball Z. Tap into the inner Zen. And you can feel the energy because the body is nothing but energy. You know that this flesh isn't real. It looks like it's real to our eyes, but when you put your arm under a microscope, you see a big ball of energy just vibrating. Those are your molecules and cells vibrating. I taught my son how to fight blindfolded, how to tap into the magnetic fields of the universe.
True, true, true.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Hey, I'm sitting back like show enough. Hey, check this out. I'm sitting back like show enough. I'm sitting back like show enough on the Last Dragon like this.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Wassa legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catches bullets with his teeth? Nigga, please.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit sparring stories about the Wassa legendary Mama Holyfield boy catching bullets with his teeth. Catching bullets with his teeth. Nigga, please. So you whooping Tank in sparring, you whooping Shakur in sparring, you whooping Devin Haney in sparring, you whooping Abdullah Mason in sparring. Ain't nobody seen it but you. Nobody. All these Superman stories. How come I don't see none of that skills, none of those Superman skills when he boxes in the ring? I don't see none of these Superman stories when he boxed in the ring. He fought Renee his last fight. Renee dropped him. Had him about to try to run out the ring. Remember, he turned his back on Renee. He turned his back in the middle of the fight and was walking off. And Renee was finna hit him, but he stopped and looked at the referee. Like, what he doing? Renee had him going in the corner, sitting down in between rounds, but the stool wasn't there. Remember that? He tried to sit down on the invisible stool. You want me to believe that kid is beating Shakur and Devin and Abdullah Mason and Tank Davis in sparring?
True.
Anyways, let me get ready to drop these phone line, man. I'm like, boy, nigga, please. Phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. Y'all call the show. Phone lines open, 530-494-9636.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. I told the Mama Ho be lying so much, she be believing that shit. Mama Ho be telling all them goddamn lies, telling all them bullshit Superman stories. Yeah, you know, stop. Wait a minute. What do you mean? You know what we did to him? Okay, like, you know, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, let Mama Ho tell it. Let Mama Ho tell it. You know, I'm Angelo Dundee, Eddie Futch, Georgie Benton, Lou Duva, the great Customato, you know, the great Emmanuel Stewart. All of those trainers, Dickie Woods. All of those trainers are Tommy Brooks, Ronnie Shields. What's my main man name? Ronnie Shields. Nassim Richardson. All of those trainers wrapped into one. Oh, you a super trainer. You a super trainer, huh? Okay. Call her. What's your name? You call her from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie, talk to me.
What's up, Coach?
What's up,
man, bro, Coach? I want to see Abdullah Mason against Kid Austin. I'll tell you what. I'm tired of Mama Holyfield lying and beating everybody up in sparring. You know, last time I checked, sparring don't mean shit. You know, and I want to see that boy in the ring. You know, last time he was scheduled for a fight, you know, I saw that motherfucker looking like he was in a coma, talking fights and shit. You know what I mean? So, brother, this guy, man, he's got whatever. I know he had an issue with his nuts, possibly, but it's time. It's time, bro. It's time to get in the ring, bro. You know what I mean? I'm tired of these goddamn stories. But be honest with you, Coach, I think the future is between Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn Davis. I like both. You know what I mean? They have that mentality, bro. They're both warriors. Also, fan-friendly styles. You know what I mean? For both of them, they're listening. Listen, one fight at a time. You know what I mean? Try to fight both the top fighters out there, and the money's gonna come. You know. But again, when the two men in the ring, we're gonna see who's who when the bell rings. Respect from New York.
Absolutely, fam. Yeah, y'all hold on. Y'all bear with me one moment.
Hello.
Yes, sir. What's good? You just called the show?
Oh yeah, what's up, man? You all right?
Yes, sir, I'm good.
Yeah, this is D from Detroit, man.
D from Detroit. D from Detroit, talk to me.
Yeah, man. I've been listening to your show for a little bit, man. I just listened to your interview with Abdullah. My question is, how do you feel about the young prospects and the young talent and the way they move as far as how many times they fight a year? Like how Abdullah is moving. I'm not saying you got to fight 5 to 6 times, but I think they should get about 4 or 5 fights at least a year. I think that'll stop a lot of this non-combat fights we seen where these guys ain't, they ain't interacting with each other. They ain't throwing blows, like one guy running and one guy chasing. I think that got a lot to do with ring rust. So how you feel about these guys that are fighting 1 time a year or 2 times a year? I like how Abdullah moving. I think that's the reason why he looks fresh on a lot of his fights.
Yeah, me personally, when you're a young fighter, there's no reason why a young fighter should be inactive in boxing, in my opinion. Because when you look at history, a lot of those fighters, even the old school fighters, they fought a lot early in their careers. Now if you're an older fighter, you getting up there, you long in the tooth, you've been boxing for like 15, 16, 17, 20 years or whatever, you're not going to fight as much. I get that. You know what I mean? But a young fighter, I like seeing young fighters are active. That's their opportunity to sharpen their skills. And the only way you're going to get sharper in the sport of boxing is through fighting. The more you fight, the more experience you get, the sharper you get, the more different, a lot of different looks that you're going to get, you're going to learn, that you're going to add to your mental Rolodex. So when you're in another situation, meaning another fight, where you in a jam or in a spot, you will know how to get out of that because you can draw from the experience of the previous fights. So the more fights that a young fighter have, I think is always good. So I feel good about the young fighters coming up.
I appreciate that. I love your take on Mama Holyfield. That's another fighter. I think he's been out the ring too long to be trying to come back in the ring against Tevin Farmer. I think that's the setup.
Yeah, it might be. We'll see. But listen, man, hey, thank you so much, brother, for calling the show, man. Let's give a round of applause. Detroit, stand up. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? It's like the only way we're going to know who these fighters are, they got to get in the ring and fight each other. As I told you guys, I don't believe in discarding a fighter because he got knocked down. I don't believe in discarding a fighter, hell, even if he get knocked out. You know what I mean? I don't believe in discarding a fighter because he got hurt in the fight. Fam, boxing is like life. Boxing imitates life. In life, you're going to get knocked down. If you got a job and you're depending on that job to pay your bills, and the supervisor come up to you and say, "Hey, Derek, hey, the natural G5, the day your last day." Guess what? And you was depending on that, to pay your bills, and you got to, that's that. Guess what? You just got knocked down. Especially if you wasn't prepared. If you wasn't prepared, That's a knockdown. Because most people, when they get hit or get knocked down in boxing, a lot of times they get hit with a punch that they don't see. If you get hit with a punch that you don't see and you get knocked down, that means you wasn't prepared for that. Well, I don't know. I can't say that. You might can get prepared. You can't get prepared in the gym though. You can't get prepared in the gym. You can prepare for certain things. But I'm saying in that particular fight, in that particular moment, you might not have prepared for that knockdown. That's life. Shit come out of nowhere. What did you do? Did you stay down? What happened? You got back up. We have several examples of fights. You know what I mean? Where fighters get knocked down and multiple times in fights and get back up and finish the guy. Sometimes they get knocked down and get back up and they still lose, but they got up and they fought. Heart of the champion. That's life. You got to fight in life. Nothing is going to be given to you. You're going to get knocked down in life, just like in boxing. Nigga, did you get back up, though? Did you fight? I'm not worried about if you lost. You know, did you fight? How did you respond through adversity? Don't worry about what a motherfucker say who ain't never got in a fight in their life say. The only fighting they did is on video games. That's the reality of the situation. Some of the best have been knocked down. Some of the best have been dropped. You get what I'm saying? Like literally, you get what some of the best have been knocked down. Some of the best have been dropped. That mean, welcome to the fight game, partner. Like, you know what? You know some of the dumb shit I hate. I hate when I hear motherfuckers say, "Oh man, you know man, he got hit, dog. You saw me a time he got hit." Yeah. You know, a lot of times you have a world-class fighter that gets in the ring with another world-class fighter, there's going to be some adversity that both of those world-class fighters are going to go through. Megatron don't fight Optimus Prime and don't get hit. We got Optimus Prime and we got Megatron fighting each other. Godzilla beat King Kong, but King Kong was giving him that work. He dropped him. Shout out to Reggie Owens. He dropped him. But at the end of the day, what happened? Godzilla was the one standing with his foot in his chest. Letting him know, my nigga, I got you. I can flame your ass right now. Long as me and you know what it is, though. You dig?
True.
Just got to throw that out there. Now, shout out to the Martin. He said only Mac 10 can dance on the water and not get wet. No, that's a old, yeah, I know what you're saying, but that's an old saying though. But I know what you're saying. Hey, Mac 10, full live. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I get what you're saying though. Hold on. Matter of fact, let's pull this up. Let's get back to this whole ass nigga, man. Yeah, but anyways, man, we're gonna wish Abdullah Mason good luck. Well, preparation. He's gonna be prepared for whatever comes to hand. We'll see how it plays out. Advising to be patient. He's one of my favorite young fighters that I love. You guys know I love Bam Rodriguez as well. I love Bam. You know, Abdullah gonna do some great things. A lot of those young guys, they're gonna do some great things over there, man. For real. Like, I really believe that they're gonna do great things. I like this crop of young fighters coming up right now because these guys are not trying to be like Floyd. You don't get that. Like Abdullah Mason doesn't give off that I'm trying to be the next Floyd energy. You know, yeah, you know, listen, I got Benny the Jeweler right here. Benny the Jeweler. You get what I'm saying? Benny the Jeweler. I got Benny. I'm iced out, baby. You know, I ain't saying that you ain't nothing wrong with getting a chain or two, but god damn. Carla, what's your name? You calling from?
Hey, what's up, Coach? This is Coach Eddie from Native.
Coach Eddie, talk to me.
What's going on, man? Hey, I'm glad you've been on the Charlos, man. Cause like I said, I used to be a fan, man, but now I don't fell off the wagon, man. Them dudes done exposed themselves, man. You know, you can go back in history, man. You can see all the videos, all the clips. You know, the internet is undefeated.
Yeah.
How they always tough. You know what I'm saying? They tough with certain
You know, they was tough when Danny Jacobs rolled up on them.
Yeah.
They got a lot to say. Then they going back and forth with AB and Tank. You know, they trying to run up on AB and Tank.
Yeah.
Andrade pulled up on them. They got a lot to say. Want to act tough. Even Jermall Charlo was acting tough at the weigh-in against Cornflake. He want to get tough on Cornflake. But the dude just slapped the taste out of your mouth and standing right beside you, sitting right beside you. And you ain't say nothing. This man, matter of fact, you asked this man, could you be a model in his clothing line?
Oh my
man,
God.
Jermall Charlo disgusted me yesterday, man. This man disgusted me, man. I'm talking about it was disgusting to see how feeble this man was, how weak he looked in front of Caleb Plant, like how he just shrunk. I'm like, man, come on. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to seeing that, man. I mean, you think James Harney would have been like that? Let somebody slap him and it ain't on site? With no hospital, and it ain't on site? They would have had security up there, Cole. You know what I'm saying?
Man, these niggas don't got so they soften that man softening wet hospital cotton, man. That man hospital cotton soft, man. But how the fuck? I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if you was putting on this beard or not. We didn't see that on camera. This man slapped the shit out of you, and you, like you said, you want to get bad with Cornflake. No, get bad with the dude who slapped you in front of your wife. Get bad with the dude who slapped you in front of your wife and your folks security guards. No, man. Yeah, come on, fam. No, I don't respect that.
Yeah, and the man is a duck. Jermall Charlo exposed himself as being a duck too, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I said, he always got a lot to say. We weren't supposed to be fighting Cornflake. He's supposed to be fighting Andrade, but he don't want to fight him because he know Andrade probably a beat him. But he want to pick a dude named Cornflake and be tough on him. As a matter of fact, it shouldn't even be a fight right now. It should be Plant and Charlo fighting tomorrow. It shouldn't be no tune up. No, I don't need no tune up. Yeah. I need to fight this dude. Just like Errol Smith. Errol Smith don't take no tune up, right?
Yeah, Smith, yeah.
I should have been the next fight. It shouldn't be no. I'm fighting Cornflake. Man, the weigh-in was so sorry, man. They had one camera angle. They couldn't zoom in. I'm saying, man, come on, man. You couldn't see. It was ridiculous, man. It looked bad, man. But I'm through with the Charlos, man.
Yeah. I'm done. I'm done with them niggas too. I ain't gonna say a lie to you, dog. I can't fuck with them. I'm standing on business on that shit. They doing too much buck dancing. Chicken George and Sambo and ham boning. I can't do it. Jermall Charlo, he is a disgrace. You get what I'm saying? When the two black fighters when Caleb Plant and Jermall Charlo fight each other, I'm going for the black fighter named Caleb Plant. I stand on what I say. Caleb Plant is my favorite black fighter at the PBC. He seemed to be the one that's standing on business. He want the smoke. He's slapping niggas. Niggas ain't doing a goddamn thing from Lafayette, Louisiana. That's what it is. So that's the black fighter. That's my favorite black fighter at the PBC right now.
Yeah, man. Disgusting, man. I'm disappointed, man. But that's my call, man.
Cornflake. Yeah, motherfucking Cornflake. Nigga, shit. Yeah, the motherfucker around this bitch. You talking all that shit to Cornflake because you think it's sweet. Motherfucker, matter of fact, wait. Where that video? Where that video at? Hey, somebody send me that. Where that video at where this nigga got the taste slapped out of his mouth? Somebody send me that shit. Yeah, we got to play this shit. This old whole ass nigga, man, shut your bitch ass up. Nigga around this motherfucker, man. Houston don't fuck with you no more. No, listen, I ain't met a nigga in Houston that say they claiming goddamn Jermall Charlo. Making motherfucking Houston look bad. Nigga, you got motherfucker called you a boy, slapped you, called you a boy, and told you to come get some. And you on stage want to make love to him. Hey, Caleb, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, man, Caleb, man, man, I'm glad me and you squashed that beef, dog, because, you know what I mean? I really want to go through there with you, Caleb. To be honest with you, man, I was wrong. That was my fault. You should have slapped me. You did right. You should have slapped me, man, because I deserves it. But listen, but he gave you one of them Master Charlie. He gave you one of them Master Charlie pimp slaps.
True.
He slapped, man, he don't slap that nigga. He over there. Well, I be real good for now on, but Caleb Plant. Oh, well, Isaac be's real good, Caleb's. Eyes was so wrong. My face got in the way of your hands. You slaps me in front of my wife and all these dudes, all these people. Eyes are so serious. Brought the goddamn Toby out that nigga.
True.
Yeah, man, fuck all that. I'm on this nigga bumper. I ain't trying to hear none of that. I'm on this nigga bumper, man. Man, fuck that nigga. I said what I said. I'm standing on that shit. Oh, Chicken George ass nigga. Anyways, let's get back over here. Let's see what this whole ass nigga got to say about cheating, drug cheating.
I've been telling y'all about Snack for a long time. Victor Conte them. All right, so like, all right, hear me out. No bullshit for real. They make the drug at the limit of non-responsible, right? So like this right here, this level is you're banned. That's a banned substance. They will make the drug all the way up to the line of the banned substance, but it just doesn't show. So it's not responsible. So they've been doing that shit for years. But now that they, tapped into it, it's getting caught.
So this right here is hilarious. What he's saying is true. What he's saying is true, right? Any substance that you take, whether it's if you go to what's the store that sell the health supplements? If you go to any supplement store, they have remnants of certain things in it to help you perform better. The issue I have with Jermall Charlo, you've been boxing for 17 years. So if your argument is, yeah, man, they making stuff just right there so you can, you know what I mean? So when people, they make it at the threshold so they can pass the test, but they still taking something illegal. I said, okay, so what about you? You've been boxing for 17 years, so you the one honest nigga? I've always learned that all world-class athletes is using something. They just haven't got caught. We hear about the ones who get caught. What about the ones who haven't got caught? Oh, you the special nigga, huh? 17 years now, yeah, man, that's what they be doing. What you been doing? Well, he ain't never got caught with nothing. Whole lot of motherfuckers ain't never got caught with nothing. That don't mean they ain't doing nothing. Cause they ain't got caught. It's some motherfuckers in the chat right now. It's some motherfuckers in the chat right now. You cheating on your wife, or you cheating on your girl, or your wife or your girlfriend cheating on you, but they ain't never been caught. Does it mean that she wasn't cheating? Does it mean that he ain't cheating? No, he just ain't got caught. So anyway, let's continue.
Y'all think Canelo hasn't been taking Clinton Bruderall for a long ass time? Y'all think he ain't back on that shit? Or y'all think it was just a mistake? Because I go to Mexico all the time. I'm from Houston, from Texas. I'm in Mexico all the time eating steak. I ain't never got popped for no shit like that.
Okay, he said he be in Mexico all the time. He said he never got popped. I mean, just because you ain't got popped don't mean goddamn it you ain't took nothing. Hell, we don't even know if you get drug tests every time you have a fight. We don't know that. And then nigga, you had like two. Hold on, how many fights this dude had? This is your first fight in almost 2 years. And before that, you was out of the ring. I want y'all to see this. This is Jermall Charlo. So when I hear these Jermall Charlo fans go to telling me about how great of a fighter Jermall Charlo is and this and that, this is this nigga's resume. He fought 5'6" K9. 5'6", 100, and he was 43 years old. He beat him for the IBF title at 154. He fought Austin Trout. They went 12 rounds. Then he fought J-Rock. He knocked J-Rock out in the 5th round. Then he moved up. The middleweight. He fought Jorge Sebastian. Then he fought Hugo Centeno Jr. Then he fought Matt Bay Korobov. Then he fought Big Bad Brandon Adams. Then he fought Big Bad Dennis Hogan. Then he fought Sergey Derevyanchenko. This was a good fight. Then he fought, but Sergey Derevyanchenko is a gatekeeper. He ain't beat nobody. He lose all his step-up fights. Then he went life and death with Juan Montiel. Then he went life and death with one-legged Jose Benavidez. Same dude that Crawford fought. Then goddamn, now he fighting cornflakes.
True, true, true.
He fight a nigga named Cornflakes. This man has been a pro for 17 years. Since 2008. It's 2005 right now. And this guy resume is weaker than sugar water. So miss me with that. Yeah, man, they elite. You know, now his brother did become undisputed. Gotta respect that. When this nigga was at middleweight, do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember this right here? When Jermall Charlo was at middleweight?
I'm sorry? 160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
You talking about a padded record? An American hype job? He a two-division world champion. Yes, he is a two-division world champion. But who the fuck did he beat? He beat doggone K9. The man is 5'6" tall, the same height as me. The nigga short. And he was 43 years old when he beat him to get his first world title. Then he went to middleweight. Now he did beat J-Rock. He fought Austin Trout. He fought Austin Trout for whatever that's worth. And he beat J-Rock. J-Rock out of Philly, if I'm not mistaken. Is J-Rock from Philly? Where J-Rock from? Anybody know? Oh, let me click on it and see. Where J-Rock is from? Yeah, J-Rock from Philly. J-Rock from Philly. He beat J-Rock. Guess what? To this day, when they talk about his fights, this the one they talk about.
To this day.
He beat J-Rock. That was 9 years ago, fam. Mr. 160 is my weight division.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's
please.
up? It's the Jermall the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who won it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Hello. You get what I'm saying? Like literally, you can't make this up. This old buck dancing ass nigga here. I'm with Caleb Plant, bro. That's the only black fighter. That's probably the only black fighter I can respect over there. Probably about one or two. Literally. You get what I'm saying? Slapping the taste out of a nigga mouth in front of his wife. You did nothing.
True, true, true.
You did nothing, puto.
That's wrong, That's wrong. He did nothing to you.
Lord have mercy. Can't make that shit up. Let's go.
Think about it. They micro-dosing it. They're look, no excuse. I'm not trying to put nobody out there. This not just boxing. This is a lot of athletes all over the world. They make the drug right there to the line of like this qualification, but they don't surpass it. So they're not getting caught for it. A lot of these fighters on all kind of shit.
Jermall, you actually.
Now he's right about all of that. What he's saying. This is something that's been going on in boxing before this nigga even started boxing. However,
What kind of fool do you take me for?
However, he's been boxing for 17 years. He talking like he the special nigga. That's what he talking like. Call him, what's your name when you call it from?
It's Kevin in West Atlanta.
Kevin from West Atlanta, talk to me.
Coach,
Coach, I'm gonna make this really. It's gonna be a really brief call. Thanks for the Abdullah Mason interview. It was very good. Yeah, Charlo is just. I would dare say he's just uneducated. He just doesn't understand, and I don't know that he will understand. And you said it some weeks ago that a lot of these fighters are friends with Teofimo, and for some reason they're. I'm doing air quotes right now. Their friendship bond is tighter than their bond when it comes to skin, and they just don't seem to understand. If you remember a while back, you and I were talking about Michael Eric Dyson, and he was buck dancing and doing foolishness for some white woman on television, embarrassed himself. It's the same kind of thing. Two last things, Coach, before I get off the phone that have nothing to do with this situation. And one is you were talking about. Are you there, Coach?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm sorry. A few days ago, you got to help out the uneducated here, Coach. Okay. A few days ago, you were talking about Mexican dirt weed, and you said some other kind of weed that the name started with a G, and I don't remember what you said.
Oh, gelato.
Now I'm old, so you gotta. Yeah, exactly. I'm old. I know about Panama Red. Don't laugh at me. I know about Panama Red. I know about this. But I've never heard of that. What is that right there? And it really is good?
No, talking about what?
I'm asking. I'm the uneducated.
What you talking about Mexican dirt weed?
No. The one that starts with a G that you just
gelato.
Said. Gelato? You said gelato, right?
Yeah, gelato, good. It's an indica.
It's good stuff?
Yeah, it's real good.
I can't indulge. I'm a truck driver. I can't indulge. They dirt test us all the time.
Yeah, I know.
And last thing, and I'll hop off the phone on you. I know you got other callers. You said something that brought back my childhood a few days ago as well. You said you started talking about prostitutes on Figueroa. I went to junior high school at a school called Ascension Catholic School, and it was on Figueroa and 112th, which is right down the street from Imperial Highway.
Imperial, yep, right there.
The prostitutes used to stand on the front of the church, and so the priest would come outside and try to tell them, "You can't do this out," and they would cuss them priests out like it wasn't nothing. Oh my God! You just reminded me of my childhood, man. That's why I was laughing. Anyway, that's my call, Coach. I just wanted to say that.
All right, salute, family. Salute, brother. Yes, sir. Yeah, I ain't. See. As I said before, and I want you guys to understand this. It doesn't matter what your nationality, ethnicity, or race is. There's always going to be a class of people within your group that their paradigm is not your paradigm. They can't relate to you. So, but I focus specifically on black celebrity because the black celebrity, we gotta get out of doing skin color politics. Skin color politics will always get us in trouble because you're not judging people by the character, by the contents of their character. As Martin Luther King would say, you're judging them by the color of their skin. And and when you don't know that this dude got a fucked up, his character and your character don't even match. Like the things that he believe in and you believe in, it's like y'all on two different planets. So as I said before, hold on. He's a part of a different socioeconomic class. You get what I'm saying? So, when you are a black celebrity, they identify more with whiteness than they do black. Because of their status, because of their financial status, and from a celebrity standpoint, and their finances and resources in society, it gets them. They separate themselves away from the rest of the pack, and now we're up there. We have a level of privilege in life. That's why when some of these dudes, these multi-millionaire black celebrities, they talking about what they going through. Man, look what they doing as I'm going through this and that. I'm like, man, you one of the privileged niggas. How you was enjoying yourself? That's why I don't feel sorry for Diddy. I'm like, he was doing this thing, all in the video dancing. I'm not saying they're guilty or not guilty. I'm saying you were doing your thing with the white folks, all in the White House, doing this, throwing parties, doing A, B, C, and D. Guess what? The chickens have come home to roost. Now, don't come to me talking about racism. Don't come to me talking, we gotta stick together. Oh, you want to stick together now? Oh, that what you want to do now? Oh, okay. I'll call what's your name you call it from.
What's up, Coach? Jerry.
Jerry, talk to me. Be more, stand up.
very interesting. Charlo coming back a couple years ago, him and his brother, you couldn't get on YouTube that somebody wasn't talking about them two. Them two really fell off, man. They really, really fell off, like off a cliff. Not just Jermall, but Jermall too. Got in there against Canelo, kind of embarrassed himself by running and not fighting, and you ain't seen shit from him. It's amazing how those guys went from being kind of the talk of the sport in certain circles to just totally fucking irrelevant. Now, we're going to have to see if Jermall's opponent, I don't know this guy, but he's an adorable guy. Don't expect Jermall Charlo to look like $1,000. I mean, he may win still, but being out that long for the reasons that he was out that long, it's hard to say, but the chances are. What I'm trying to say is we can't hold him to too high of an expectation in this fight. You know what I mean? Even though the opponent is likely a pick'em opponent, and of course he's had plenty of time, but still, I think people are excited about his return, but maybe that might backfire in the sense that they think he might return right on form. What says you, Coach?
Yeah, again, he's been boxing for 17 years, and I keep telling people this because it doesn't seem that way, but he's been boxing for 17 years, and within those 17 years, he took a break. So Jermall Charlo has fought since 2020. He's fought twice. He fought Sergey Derenchenko in 2020. Juan Montiel in 2021. He fought Jose Benavidez in 2023.
Yeah.
And then now he's fighting corn. Now he's fighting. Inactive. He has a pick'em fight. He's fighting a dude named Cornflake. If he can't beat a bowl of cornflakes, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, but Coach, you know as well as I do, man. You can't undersell these opponents, man. A lot of times you don't know what's motivated them. You don't know if they. White just had a kid, or a lot of times, I mean, you just can't. And then when you couple it with what we know, Jermall Charlo is inactivity and his personal issues. I don't know, man. I think it may be a tougher fight. It may not be. Maybe he returns to form. I mean, maybe he does.
What's form? What's form?
The form when he was undefeated or he was undefeated middleweight champion and pretty much dominant against opponents that he had faced. I mean, this guy ain't no bum, man. This guy was a really good fighter, but we can't look past the fact of the inactivity and the lifestyle stuff, which he's freely confessed to. And if this fight here is some prelude to him and Plant, he ain't doing no good at promoting that, because he seems to keep kissing Plant's ass. And Plant has been kind of quiet and cordial about it too, but it seems to me that he'd be quicker to get in Jermall's ass. Jermall is, I don't know. I don't really dig his energy, and I watched the press conference. I'm just saying, man, people need to keep their standards in check with him in this fight. He may win, but he may not look like what a lot of people remember him.
All right. Shout out to Jared. Be more stand up.
All right, Coach.
Yeah. The reason why I asked Jerry what is prime Jermall Charlo, the man ain't fought nobody. You get what I'm saying? He ain't fought nobody, fam. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. Yeah, he looked good against the guys who he fought. This man, look at this man's track record. 17 years, this man ain't fought nobody. He fought Carlo Don. He fought Trout and he fought J-Rock. That's it. In 17 years, he fought Trout and J-Rock. And in the middleweight division, who was he fighting? Hold on, I'll tell you who he was fighting in the middleweight division. He fought Sebastian Highland. Now we hear all the time certain fighters ain't fought nobody. We hear certain fighters, oh man, you know, he ain't really fought nobody. He undefeated, but he ain't fought nobody. We hear that all the time when certain fans say that about certain fighters in boxing right now. But they never apply that rule to doggone Jermall Charlo. If you feel that, okay, this fight over here, yeah, he undefeated, but he ain't fought nobody, dog. And yeah, this dude right here, he ain't fought nobody. Surely you feel that way about Jermall Charlo. The man fought Jorge Sebastian Highland at middleweight. Hugo Centeno Jr. Matt Bay Corball. Matt Bay Corball got robbed in this fight. This the fight where I think Jermall Charlo lost to Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison on the undercard, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think this is the fight right here. Matt Bay Corball got robbed. So when I hear Jermall Charlo talking about all the crooked stuff that going in boxing, you benefited from the crookery. The level of hypocrisy is what I'm talking about. Big Bad Brandon Adams, Dennis Hogan, Sergey Derenchenko lost every last one of his step-up fights. Juan Macias Montiel, Jose Benavidez Jr. When Crawford fought him, they say he was the one-leg dude, or he beat a one-leg dude. Well, at least he beat a young one-leg dude. When Crawford fought him, this the old one-leg dude. And he went 12 rounds with him. And now he's fighting a bowl of cornflakes, Cocoa Puffs, Fruity Pebbles, whatever his name is.
True.
Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin from Old Town. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah, coach, man, it's embarrassing the fact that he was in the same weight class as Triple G, Canelo, and Danny Jacobs, and didn't fight none of them, but yet they all fought each other. You feel me? That says it all right there. Those fights were there for the taking. You know, Danny Jacobs was a fucking Al Heyman fighter. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, you had Andre cross the fucking street, quote unquote. He didn't even fight him. Instead, he over here pulling up, you know, fucking Benavidez from welterweight. He only had one fight in his whole career at 154, fight him at 164. For what? You feel what I'm saying? It's like, dude, you making these bullshit ass fights. Don't nobody give a fuck about. Don't do jack shit for your career. I mean, he basically just wasted away his prime sitting on his ass, coach. That shit's sad, because I remember when all them cats were the young guns with Golden Boy, when they all came from HBO to Showtime, when Steven Espinosa took over.
Yeah.
You feel me? I mean, coach, they ran boxing, and then all of a sudden PBC takes over 2014, and shit just fell apart. I don't know if he just spoiled these fools or just turned a blind eye to all the foolishness, all the drinking and partying they were doing. Man, they just fell the fuck off, and it's sad, because, I mean, here you got this dude, he's still undefeated, ain't fought nobody. This motherfucker might retire undefeated, haven't fought nobody.
Bro.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
bro, they listen. They talking like, now Jermall Charlo, he got it the hard way, no diddy. He fought, he became undisputed in his weight division. So I ain't got nothing. And even though I don't like Jermall Charlo as a person, but as a fighter, at least he did that. So I ain't really got nothing. You supposed to be Big Charlo, the big brother, the big twin. This man, if you talking about, that's why they say that when they sit back and talk about hype jobs and stuff like that, the dudes ain't fought nobody. Jermall Charlo is one of the biggest hype jobs in the sport of boxing. This man haven't fought nobody.
Nope. You know what's sad, coach? My head is so full of useless information. I know this motherfucker's resume. Just as you read them off, I'm saying them with you, coach. How bad is that? Like, man, you ain't fought none of these motherfuckers. Dennis Hogan and fucking, you know, Montiel and all these other motherfuckers. And you're 100% right. You're 100% right. He did lose that fight when Little Charlo got robbed. Yeah. He lost that. 100% right on that one. That fight. Because that was so fucked up that the guy that should have won lost and the guy that should have lost won. You know what I'm saying? And if one of them deserves to be undefeated, it's Jermall, not Jermall. Jermall, man, he needs to be back drinking or whatever the fuck he been doing for the last 10 years. Because shit, he for damn sure ain't fighting. But that's all I got, coach.
All right, salute, fam. Hey, shout out to Mark, man. Overtime. Yeah. Nigga around this motherfucker. Right, hold on, matter of fact, hold on. Let's pull up some videos of this nigga with Caleb playing. Motherfucker don't slap the taste out your mouth, and you around here want to get a man some sugar.
When you were talking about with Thomas, hey, I'll let you go 10 if you want. Does that really happen in boxing amongst fighters?
Yes.
Because you got to spill in beans on that one.
All right, yes. Yeah. It's a little scripted because when I was coming into like, you know, the big.
He said boxing a little scripted. I've always told you guys that. Y'all know y'all been hearing that over here. I told you this shit WWE, man. You know, that's why I don't get emotionally invested in it. It is what it is. I mean, but that's been like that since the beginning of time, though. You know, I'll call it what your name you call it from.
Coach, it's Rob from New York.
Rod, talk to me.
Coach, if you would have asked me the same question as far as who Jermall has fought 2 years ago, I would have been bashing him on just like everyone is doing right now. But given what I've learned in the last year and a half on how the business of boxing works, I can't really say anything because at the end of the day, you know, all these guys under the PBC that they're following that Al Heyman blueprint, you know, which is stay undefeated until you can get that big paycheck from Canelo or the big cash cow fight, and that is it. You know, we've seen it with time after time with every other fighter. With we saw Jermall, they were trying to throw in there. They're trying to throw in this guy that was at 147 Spence. You know, anybody under the PBC umbrella that they can actually cash in, that was just trying to protect them from taking any high-risk fights. They weren't going to throw them in against no Triple G or Jacobs who could potentially, you know, upset them. That they were just trying to generate money.
Yeah.
You know? So, I in the past, I probably would have been upset with it, but now I understand how shit works. Shit, we just saw it right now. Fucking Tank was about to fight Jake Paul. And, you know, he ain't trying to fight no fucking Shakur. He ain't trying to fight no Devin Haney or anyone else. You know, everyone else that seems to have some slight risk, you have to put them on some fucking rehydration clause or some other bullshit clauses. So, you know, it's just the business of boxing. You know, I'm not even going to be mad at it. You know, I think the minute that you said, shit, this shit is WWE, we ain't getting no fights that make sense to the boxing fans that say, yeah, it's a wrap. Well, that's my call, Coach.
All right, salute, fam. Yeah, I've been telling y'all that over here. So this shit WWE, man. Motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Hulk Hogan, you know, Hulk Hogan dropped the Ultimate Warrior with the big boot. He threw him against the ropes, caught him with the big boot, bam. Then the holster bounced off the ropes, and he dropped the big leg across the neck, bam. Then the referee comes in, 1, 2, 3. The holster stands up. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, fam. Now, this what tripped me out with Jermall Charlo. Carla, hold on. This what tripped me out with Jermall Charlo.
Please get my name out there. I will this qualification, but they don't surpass it. So they're not getting caught for it. A lot of these fighters on all kind of shit.
Jermall,
But he the one fighter that ain't on all kind of shit. Okay, let's go. He ain't gonna tell on himself, huh?
Actually, when you were talking about with Thomas, hey, I'll let you go 10 if you want. Does that really happen in boxing amongst fighters?
Yes.
Because you got to spill in beans on that one.
All right, yes. Yeah. It's a little scripted because when I was coming into, like, you know, the big leagues, getting my name out there, I would fight some opponents and they're like, don't knock him out in the first round. Like, but what if I catch him? I'm gonna knock his ass out in the first round. Me, I never played it with the system. I do what I do. But it's fighters that will make it last. Some fighters take dives. You don't think a fighter gonna hold another fighter? It happens.
Even at the top.
Okay. Let's flip that. How about the time when Matt Bay Corval beat you, but the goddamn judges gave it to you and said you won the fight? You benefited from the very same system in boxing that you're now, quote unquote, spilling the beans about? You've been able to duck, run, hide, shuck, and jive, fight cornflakes, Cocoa Puffs, Fruity Pebbles, while at the same time fooling the public, hollering about 160 is your weight division.
I'm sorry? 160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
Yeah, man, you know, everybody owns something, man, in here, man. They taking stuff all the way up to the threshold. What about you? Oh, no, I ain't never did that. Oh, you the special nigga. Oh, everybody owns something but you. The dude who's on Hennessy right now, why this interview is being conducted? You on Henny right now. You ain't never did nothing. I ain't never got popped dirty. Well, you just said that a lot of people don't get popped dirty because, you know, they take it all the way up to the legal limit. So they don't get caught. So what you're telling me is, since the other fighters take PEDs to the legal limit but don't get caught, what you're telling me is, but you ain't never popping dirty, that means you ain't got caught neither. That's what you telling me.
True.
Telling on itself. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie, 2 times, talk to me.
Yes, sir. Charlo's full of shit. For me, he's a fake champion. His first belt, if I'm not mistaken, it was given to him. After that, he hasn't fought anybody tough. All his fights were settled fights, Coach. You know, I keep hearing he fought J-Rod. Well, who the hell is J-Rod? If J-Rod is still active, I'm sure he's a gatekeeper today. You know? Charlo had a nice job. I give him that. You know? At the time when he was active. But, you know, he never fought the big fights. This guy fucked up his own career, drinking and partying too much. You know? I also think Charlo's scared of Plant. You know, that slap took his soul. And if they ever fight, if he ever fights Plant, I'm sure it's gonna be a beatdown. Coach, I have a question for you. Is it safe to say that you're rooting for Cornflake tomorrow night?
I mean, no, not really. I mean, you know,
no?
Yeah, you know, again, I don't have a dog in the race. I don't even know who the fuck Cornflake is.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, you know.
I'm rooting for him, bro. I'm rooting for him because this guy, man, is fucking clown, bro. All that time, all them years wasted, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, what the fuck, man? These guys were good. And like you say, little Charlo, you know, he deserves a lot of credit, man. The motherfucker was undisputed. Then he wasn't some good, you know, tough fight. You know what I mean? He did something. He got achievements. But this guy, I remember when his brother became undisputed, this guy was talking about, we did it. Like, what the fuck is
I remember that.
I
forgot all about that. I remember that. Yeah, when his brother became, he told me, we undisputed, we did it.
Yeah, man, fuck you, motherfucker. I don't know what drug he was on, but I tell you, bro, this guy is a faulty, bro. Bro, he's a clown, man. And with that, that's my call, Coach.
That's good for him. Yeah, man, fuck Jermall Charlo. Shit, you know what I mean? Hold on, somebody, young boxing fan say, tell that man to stop hating on Jermall Charlo. Hey, young boxing fan, you need to tell Caleb Plant to stop hating on him. He the one slapped him. Hey, you need to direct that fan. Hey, you need to direct that to Caleb Plant. He the one slapped the taste out that nigga mouth and called him a boy and told him to come get some. That's who y'all need to be talking to. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach, it's Jerry 2 times.
Jerry 2 times, talk to me.
Hey, man, people are fucking tripping on Charlo, man. Fuck out of here, man. Guy was undefeated he was undefeated middleweight champion. He beat the guys that was put in front of him, and he mostly looked impressive doing it. Now, it's funny because him and his brother always barked too much for me. They kind of got on my nerves. But I got to have his back here a little bit, man. The guy had some personal problems. We don't know what he might look like this weekend. He might be garbage, or he might be good again. But to get down on him talking about he didn't win his title. Well, guess what? Neither did Jennebeck. Neither did Tim Zoo. Neither did Devin Haney. Neither did a bunch of people. Who has boots in his fought really to deserve any accolades more than Charlo. You could name a ton of fighters that, just like Charlo, maybe hadn't faced a level of opposition that you really would consider optimum, but it's a lot of fighters that fall into that category. Man, people just need to chill. Let this guy fight this weekend, and we'll see what he has left. If he blows this guy out, okay, cool. We can't make too much about it because this guy's unheralded. We don't know nothing from him. He may be total bum. But if he struggles, I think people should, keep in mind his situation and give him a little bit of a break, Coach.
All right, shout out to Jerry Baltimore. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Can someone please send me that video? Where's that video at? Where's that video at with Caleb playing slap the taste out of his mouth? Somebody please send me that video right now. I'm finna give him a break right now. I promise you. I'm finna give him y'all want me to give Jermall Charlo, Coon, Buck Dancing, Chicken George ass a break? I'm finna give him a break right now. Where's that slap at? Let me see where Caleb playing at. Somebody please send me that motherfucker right there. I'm finna give him. I'm finna give him a break right now. I promise you. Matter of fact, let me just Google it. Let me look this slap up. I'm finna give him a break right now. I'm finna give that a break right motherfucker now. Let's see. YouTube, finna give him a break right now. I'm finna do right now. Let's see. Caleb Plant slaps. Let's see. All right, let's give him a break. Let's give him a break right here. Give him a break right here. I think that this the one from Marquee TV. That's what I'm finna give him a break right here. All right. As you can see, after he got slapped, he's looking at doggone Caleb Plant right there. Just looking at him. I'm talking about slap the Toby out of him. Let's go. Hey, he told him, come get yourself, boy. Listen, Ellie sucker nigga nutsack talking about Caleb Plant slapped Jermall Charlo and ran. No, he didn't. He didn't run. Y'all finna give him a break. Y'all finna give him a break right now. I'm finna give him a break right now. Mr. Break right here. Damn. Slap this nigga right in his face. Lord, God damn. And he just sitting there. And then he told him, come get him some. This the only white dude around. There's another one right over there. He's scared. He's shaking like booty meat. This is security. This dude right here, he like, man. And he said he don't give a fuck. The dude pushing him. Like, he wasn't violently trying to get to him. It wasn't none of that. He wasn't violently trying to get, oh, goddamn it. No, that motherfucker, it wasn't none of that, fam. Y'all mad at me. You more mad at me than you is doggone Caleb Plant. Man, fuck that nigga, man. Fuck doggone Jermall Charlo. I don't give a fuck about that nigga. I'm telling you right now. I'm standing on that. Fuck him. He don't get no break from me. Fuck him. I don't give a damn. I said what I said. I'm standing on that. 530-494-9636. Any nigga in the chat got something to say, call the show. 530-494-9636. If you want to get my attention through a super chat, a cash app, or a phone call. Other than that, I ain't paying. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. I said what I said. I stand on that. Don't nobody have a right to tell me, who I can talk about, who I can't talk. No more than I can tell you who to talk about, who not to talk about. Y'all like to pick and choose when y'all go to talk about, well, this fight ain't fought nobody. That fight ain't fought nobody, man. Who did he beat? Okay, if you could say that for Boots, then you damn sure gotta say that for motherfucking doggone Jermall Charlo. You can't say in one, bro, oh man, well, he beat whoever they put in front of him. Okay, well, for Boost, he beat whoever they put in front of him. Oh, but that's different. But the difference between them two niggas, Jermall Charlo been boxing for 17 years. 17 years. Can't have it both ways. It can't be, yeah, man, this dude over here, he ain't fought nobody. But this dude over here, he fought who they put in front of him. Anyways. Jared said, you kicking a man when he down. Not cool, coach. I don't give a fuck. I kick men when they down. He don't look like he down to me. The nigga look like he up. Look like he rich. He look like he rich. He got plenty of money. He all right. He all right. He'll be okay. When he go home, he gonna lay down in the bed full of money. He gonna be okay. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Can't a plant. You rather me kick him when he down or slap him when he down? Do I kick the man when he down or do I slap him when he down?
I got that shit.
Damn.
Slap the shit out that nigga. Come get you some, boy. I don't give a fuck. Hey, bro.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out.
What's up? It's the Jermall the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Nello.
Boy. If this is your king, hold on. Hold on. If this your king, is this your king? Is this your king? Hey, look at his body language. Slap, listen. Slap the Kunta Kinte out this nigga. In front of everybody. Call her, what's the name you call her from? Ooh, Lord have mercy. Call her, what's the name you call her from?
Hey, what up, Coach? It's Coach Eddie from ATL 2 times.
Coach Eddie, talk to me.
Yeah, man. Hey, the both of the Charlo brothers, if you really look at them, they really cut from the same cloth, man. And even like when Jermall was going back and forth with Harrison, Tony Harrison, he had a lot of energy. He had a lot of vitriol. Yeah. He was very hostile with Tony Harrison.
Yeah.
But then when he got to Canelo, he was on the flight talking about, oh, I'm going to meet Canelo. I got to put on something eloquent. Look what this man said. I put on something eloquent because he's going to meet Canelo. What kind of energy is that? Then David Benavidez, who's been on Jermall Charlo bumper for a long time. He said, look, he called a man all out his name, told him what he's going to do to him, said, you want to fight me? Let's fight, whatever. Yep. Basically, one thing I know is any type of adversity, if them guys say they don't have the upper hand, maybe besides Jermall, but if Jermall definitely think that he don't have a chance on beating you, he going to avoid you like the plague, man. He ain't going to fight you. He going to look for a soft touch. You know what I'm saying? Some easy work. Because a lot of people ran up on that dude. But Daddy Jacobs stepped to him.
Yeah, Daddy Jacobs stepped to him in New York. Yeah.
Yep. Daddy Jacobs said, what you want to do? All up in his face. He said, make the fight. Peaches Andrade showed up at the man press conference and stepped to him in the hallway.
Yeah.
And he got into it with both of the Charlo brothers. No smoke. But, you know, Tony Harrison, they got a lot of energy for Tony Harrison, and David Benavidez said the same thing to him. He didn't want no smoke with David.
Yeah.
Even though David would say, look, you want to fight? Let's make the fight. Stop all the talking. You know how David is. He want to fight. He want to smoke.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like I said, the Charlo brothers, they cut from the same cloth, man. They try to fool. They've been fooling the public on their PBC diet. You know what I'm saying? They easy work, easy smoke, cornflake. That's disgusting. I wouldn't even want to be in the ring with a dude named Cornflake. Man, the dude's body is built horrible. The man got a body built like an alien, man. Go when you see the press conference, like the man rib cage is deformed, man. I say, man, where y'all find this dude at, man? He got some drawers some literally cornflake drawers on. They got Kellogg's Rooster on his drawers. I said, this who you fight, man? And then you all angry with this dude. You got a lot of energy for Cornflake. He acting tough against Cornflake.
The motherfucker you need to act tough, bro. He right here on stage with you. Well, what's up with that plant smoke though? I'm like, bro, listen, I swear to God, I want this nigga to win tomorrow. I want Plant to win. I want to see that fight. I want to see that. Listen, I'll probably come to that fight personally. I might pay to go see that fight. I'll fly in to go see that fight right there.
But you know, the fool's so ignorant though. He let the smoke die down. He should have kept it up. That way they would have built the fight even more. Instead of trying to be friends with a dude, you should have kept up the energy. Maybe you should have wrestled with him or grabbed him or tussled with him or something on the stage. You know what I'm saying?
No, he ain't do that.
He let it die down.
No, he ain't do that because he didn't want to get slapped again. So
yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna let you go. Hey, Jermall Charlo said out of his own mouth during that last press conference, he said, "You better be quiet for Caleb Plant smack you too." That's what the man said.
Who said that?
Jermall Charlo did. He told Cornflake to be quiet before Caleb Plant smacked him too. So this man admitting to getting smacked. Man, that dude Charlo went out bad, bro.
He said that.
Yeah, he said it, man. I swear to God, I ain't lying, Cole. I promise you did, man.
You better be quiet. Man, you better be quiet. Hey, Caleb Plant come around. This nigga go to Buck Dance and suck at his ass. You know, hey, Charlo. Hey, Charlo, what's up? Do you want some smoke? No, sir. I don't want no smokes. Caleb's. I don't want no smoke.
And you know what, Cole? I know I'm gonna let you go. One more thing. I know that Caleb Plant was always in the right stand the way he was standing at the podium. Like if Jermall get up and try to do anything, I won't go.
Hey.
He had that I'm on go stand. I could tell how he was standing. I said he waiting for Jermall to do something. He gonna smack him again.
Caleb Plant ain't stupid, man. You don't listen. You don't slap a motherfucker. Then a motherfucker come up. You tell you everything all right. We don't squash it. You don't never let your guard down. Caleb Plant from the hood.
Nope.
He from the trailer park. He from the hood. So he know you don't never let your guard down after you don't slap the taste out of the motherfucker mouth. And the back of Caleb Plant's mind, I got to watch this dude because he might just be trying to get up on me to try to get his lick back. That's what Caleb. You can tell the way Caleb Plant is moving on the stage and stuff like that. You can tell like he ain't.
Exactly.
Man, that man ain't stupid.
He on go. His antennas are up.
Yeah,
I noticed that when he was standing at the podium. He was standing to the side, almost squared up in the boxing stand.
Yeah.
Like, man, this dude jump up, I'm gonna smack him again. Oh man, that's my call, Coach.
All right, so fair. Caleb Plant ain't stupid. See, Caleb Plant is a smart black fighter. He's a smart black fighter. Hey, shout out to Shugs. Shug Nice Cigar, dropping that $2 super chat. He said we traded Charlo for Plant after yesterday. Man, listen, y'all traded Charlo for Plant in 2023 when he got a taste slapped out of his mouth. He was traded right then. Like for real though. Let's continue.
Yes.
Championship level?
Yes. Yeah. Some of this shit be scripted.
Yeah. Some of it be scripted. Yeah, I already know that. Shit, we ought to know that shit. Call what's your name? You calling from?
It's Raymond from Illinois, Coach.
Raymond from Illinois, talk to me.
Yeah, that nigga Charlo a bitch, man. I agree with you on Coach Eddie on that, man. That nigga, he definitely changed energy depending on who
you know, y'all gave a couple examples already and stuff, but I know
I've been telling y'all about Snack.
What you say?
No, sorry about that. I had something playing in the background. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, but I noticed how he be changing energy all the time. Like, and that if you watch that whole interview, he changed energy in that motherfucker because the nigga was all soft-spoken when you talk about the nigga that slapped you.
Yeah.
As soon as he heard that Haney name, he like, man,
I saw that.
Them niggas, fuck this and that.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
What you
that.
say?
No. I said I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah, as soon as the motherfucker about their name, he like, nah, fuck them. They gotta apologize. Okay, so they gotta apologize, but the nigga that put 5 fingers across your face ain't gotta apologize. Man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy work, bro. Then you turn around and back a racist in the next part of the interview. That whole interview was crazy.
Man,
bro.
you can't make this
That
shit
nigga
up.
went out bad, bro. I remember the nigga got slapped because it was the same weekend that Bud beat up Spence. And the nigga from Texas was like, man, Texas down bad.
Yeah,
Man, these niggas still down bad if you claiming that nigga, man. But that's my call, bro.
Hey, salute, fam. Yeah, motherfucker talking about something. Give him a break. Nah.
Y'all say the shit. You white?
Nah.
So what? That don't mean
No.
you're racist.
No.
I know my cousin. I'm going for Tio.
They fell out though.
I'm going for Tio regardless.
Even with all the comments.
I like Tio. I don't mind. I say racist shit all the time, bro. I don't mean that.
Hey guys, last question.
I don't mean it. I ain't racist, but we all say the shit. You white?
Yeah, I am.
So what? That don't mean I'm racist.
No, of course not.
I know my colors.
I know my
I'm
colors.
going for Tio.
He right. You know, he said he right. He know his colors. You right about that. You do know your colors, and you represent it very well. Represent it very well. You know your colors. Yeah, man. Root for this. I ain't root for that man. Fuck that nigga. I don't give a fuck about no Jermall Charlo. And I'm standing on that. Fuck that nigga. And anything he represent. Call what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Victor from Houston.
Victor from Houston. Talk to me.
Hey man, I was just thinking, man, if I thought somebody wasn't PD, was the Charlo's brother, man, because they used to go crazy in the press. You remember that? Like 3 years back, you know, they used to like act like they were gonna jump on people, like when you see them on camera.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah, they had Jared Hearn was at a fight one time. Jared Hearn had them slap Jermall Charlo in front of Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo had a drink in his hand, and yeah, they used to talk, act all tough. I remember I was listening to a Terrence Crawford interview, and he was like, "Man, that shit all front and show." Like because Jermall Charlo act like he the baddest nigga on the planet, and can't nobody beat him. You know, when Godzilla see him, Godzilla jump back in the ocean. When King Kong see him, King Kong look the other way. The way he talk, and then that's what pissed people off. Then when he got in the ring with Canelo, he started running. We didn't see lions only. We didn't see lions only. So you're right. They're very selective. They're very selective.
Yeah, man. And one more thing, man. This fight is probably script. You know, he's talking about this fight. They probably telling us to knock him out in the first round, bro. To be honest.
Mm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but that's my thought, coach.
All right, salute, fam. Yeah, that's what pissed people off. That's what pissed people off with Jermall. It wasn't the fact that Jermall Charlo lost. It was the fact that how he lost. Like, dude, you just started running, fam. I ain't hear nobody talking about something that was slick. That was slick black. That was a slick black fighter right there. Ain't nobody saying that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, fam. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, I ain't talking that bullshit. As I said before, I said what I said. I mean, shout out to Jerry. Jerry, we disagree on this, Jerry, but I do appreciate that you call the show. At least Jerry calls the show. There's one dick in the boot ass nigga in the chat. He want to argue in the chat. Phone line be open. I mean, you been a fuck boy, dick sucking cocksucker for years coming over here, but it is what it is. But the phone lines is open. One thing about me, Coach don't give 25 fucks. I don't. Go back in your mammy's pussy and die.
True.
It is what it is. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all know what it is. All praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the greatest human being on the planet Earth. And I say that respectfully. I got that for two-tone, Mr. Al Haney.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and
St. Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? But a name. Do you have a name? Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Y'all know what it is. Shout out to the Bronze Bomber and the Gypsy King.
Don't ever forget, when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to Big Time Box. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
Hey, shout out to DC Curry. DC Curry say, Coach, you know how to get in people's heads. Hey, look here, man. It is what it is, fam. You know what I mean? Hey, DC, check this out, fam. I be everywhere. Listen, bro. I be on the plane. I be everywhere. I don't see none of these clown ass niggas nowhere. I never see them. They don't be nowhere. You get what I'm saying? I don't be seeing these motherfuckers. I'm like, oh man, these motherfuckers here, man. Lord have mercy. Anyways, I'm gonna be in Virginia next weekend. I will be at the Keyshawn Davis fight. Y'all in Norfolk, Virginia, man. Y'all pull up on your old boy. I'm pulling up.
True.
Let's see. I got an LA trip coming. I got a surprise coming as well. So I got some. I'll probably be dropping that Monday. You get what I'm saying? I'll be dropping that Monday. It is what it is, man. Y'all know what time of TI is, man. Hey, listen. Where my main man? Where AB at? AB.
But this bomb is taking the easy matches. Fight another bomb.
AB, the day tender on the Fridays. Who do we do it for?
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Hey, man, shout out to Abdullah Mason and the Mason family. Shout out to you guys. Look forward to seeing you guys again next weekend. Good luck on the fight. Shout out to everybody on the fight card. Whether you the favorite or not the favorite. Hopefully, after everybody fights, everybody can go home to their families unscathed. It's the hurt business. It is what it is. People say, man, fighters, they fight for our entertainment. No, they don't. They fight for money. Man, these fighters, man, come on, man. You can't be talking about them like that, man. They fight for entertainment. No, they don't. They fight for money. The shit talking is a part of the sport. That's what it is. You can't make fans like the fighter that you like, but then you shit on the fighter that you don't like. It doesn't go work that way. You shit on a fighter, but then that you don't like 24/7, 7 days a week. But then when it's a fighter that you do like and somebody else shitting on them, oh man, don't be talking about my fighting, man. Hold on, man. What you talking about? Man, come on, man. What you talking about? What's the name? Ain't fought nobody. But that dude, he fought whoever they put in front of him. So you're saying that he ain't fought nobody too?
True.
No, that different. You can't make this shit up. You're crazy as hell.
Hurting the group. I'm the best thing ever happened to this damn group.
Nobody's bigger than the group.
Y'all ain't stupid. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me.
They coming to see the Temptations.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Niggas a bunch of Otises. And the crazy part about it, hey, Otis the only surviving Temptation. The only surviving Temptation. Otis was the one who I think he helped put the Temptations together, right? Put the group together. He the only one that's still alive. R.I.P. to David Ruffin. R.I.P. to the doggone damn, what's my main man who did the falsetto? Damn, I forgot my main man name, man. Damn, I forgot all the Temptations name, man. I knew all of them named at one point. What the dude name who took on David Ruffin. What's the dude name that took over that took David Ruffin's spot when he left? Wait, what's the dude name that took David Ruff's spot when he left? I forgot, man. Y'all know I'm on the stick kick. Wait, where my old school people at? Who that was? What the brother name? He made Don't Look Any Further with Sadie. With Sadie Garrett. Yeah, Dennis Edwards. That's the way that Dennis Edwards. Hey, Dennis Edwards gone. David Ruffin gone. Paul, he gone. What's my main man? What the other lead singer was? The one that had the falsetto voice. I forgot what the other lead singer name is, man. I got a bunch. I think Eddie Kendrick's gone. Everybody gone but doggone Otis. Otis the only one still alive. Facts. To this day. I think, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. It is what it is, man. Shout out to Booger Ray Lynn.
Make it last. Make it last forever. Don't let I love you.
And to the haters, you guys know me. I have a plethora of haters. I love my haters. You know, it is. But just like I say, just like you freely brought your ass over here, you can freely leave. Why are you here?
Don't ever come by here. Okay?
Listen, boy, I am the Wakanda nigga killer. I don't even play nigga Wakanda. Bring your ass over here, nigga. This what I'm gonna do to you. Oh, Lord, him. Oh, I just kicked Wakanda in the face. Oh, hit him in the stomach. Oh, Lord. Kick him, slap him. Kick him again. Oh, Lord, I'm being Wakanda ass. What you gonna do, Wakanda? You want some more? Oh, Lord, hammer. Go up on him. Bam. Catch him in the neck. Ah, Lord, Wakanda is dead. Yes, sir. That be dead. I killed him. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Shout out to all of the nigga splainers out there. If you nigga splaining, if you trying to nigga splain Jermall Charlo's comments, if you nigga splaining, this what I'm hearing.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumsize the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
Listen, man, today, 10 Running Fridays, I want to give a shout out to Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp, I heard you got 50 million problems and a sister ain't one. Shout out to Shannon Sharp, man. I heard you got 50 million problems, man. I'm going to dedicate this song to you.
See your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of cream. Talk to my nose, this lover's got is so raw. Make you goose, stepping out of control.
Yes, sir. It is what it is, man. Let's give a shout out to all of the cash appers and give a shout out to our sponsor as well. Shout out to Suge Knight's cigar. Hey, okay. Shout out to Sean from the Heights. He say, please, please, please. Hey, shout out to Brass Garage. Hey, okay. Candy Slim in the building. Hey, okay. Shout out to John BX. Hey, okay. G5 from the Bronx. Hey, okay. Mr. Jamie Vasquez. Hey. Okay. Shout out to my brother Ali, man, ATL stand up. Hey, okay. Mr. T, I pity the fool who mess with T. Hey, okay. Shout out to Mr. Nice. Hey, okay. What's my DJ's name? Cut Creator. Hey, okay. Shout out to Ace Town. Hey, okay. Let's see. Shout out to Green Eyes P. Hey, okay. Let's give all of the cash hoppers and super chatters a round of applause. Also, man, shout out to Trey Hassan. Hey, okay. Miss Black Panther. Hey, okay. Jamie from New York. Hey, okay. Schoolo X-Man. Hey, okay. Shout out to my sister Tila. Hey, okay. Miss Tagger the Gigi. Hey, okay. Summer in November. Hey, okay. Shout out to Ahmed. Hey, okay. Legacy Mindset. Hey, okay. Mr. MPR. Hey, okay. Shout out to Raymond Moore. Hey, okay. IBS is in the building. Hey, okay. Shout out to Caleb Plant's Pimp Hand. Hey, okay. Shout out to Jaime. He just a baby. You got caught, boy. Hey, Shout out to L. Harvey in the building. Shout out to Mr. Corey Bradley. Shout out to Mr. Gold Rush. This is boxing. SP Got Beats is in the building. No Cap Entertainment. Mr. Kenneth Johnson. Shout out to the Mason family as well. Shout out to Mr. Sean Carter. Shout out to Rasan. Who else we got in the building, man? Shout out to Tegada Gigi. Sean from the Heights is in the building. Let's see, Coach Eddie from the ATL, he came on the show. Mr. Daniel Agnew. Daniel said, I got my BAM tickets. Oh man, lucky you. Shout out to Dr. Mario. Miss Sheila from H-Town. Who else we have? Shout out to Elliot Adams. Salute, brother. Shout out to One Eye K. Mr. L. Harvey in the building. Let's see, G5 from the Bronx. Shout out to P. Rowland. Let's see, Mr. Gold Rush, Trey Hassan. Y'all know what time it is today, Tenderoni Friday, so you know what we do for the Tenderonis. We used to do this just for the Tenderonis, but we know what we like this song so much, we do it every day now. Yes, sir. It is what it is, man. Y'all know what time it is. Man. Shout out to everybody, man. The TMP family, the True Media Podcast family. Shout out to y'all. We almost have 40,000 subscribers. We will be there. We'll probably be at 50 by the end of the year. There's some things I'm working on that's going to speed up the process. But when we started this podcast, we didn't have nobody. And 4 years later, we got almost 40,000. And I don't even drop content like I supposed to be dropping it. I'm supposed to be dropping it like Blue Bloods. I'm going to call Blue. I got to tell Blue and Ness. I'm going to say, look here, baby boy. Listen now, listen, Blue, you and Ness, y'all working too much. You're working too hard. Every time I turn around, you're dropping videos. You're going live 4 and 5 times a day, dropping 10, 15 videos a day. God damn it, man. Goddamn, y'all got to slow down. True. Goddamn, Blue making a video right now. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy. So, the slap that was heard from around the world, Caleb Plant, Caleb Plant is approximately 6 feet tall, 180 pounds with a 75-inch arm reach. You know what I mean? His blood type is B negative. You know what I mean? Hey, Blue gonna give you the blood type. Blue gonna tell you, his baby mom, he gonna tell you who the baby mom is, the blood type, how long his arms is, how tall he is, what color his hair is, did he get his hair done? Like Blue, I'm like, man, goddamn, Blue. I gotta skip the first 2 minutes just to hear what you talking about. Anyway, shout out to Blue, man. Much love to everybody, man. I catch you guys to the next one. You know my motto, don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.